Peggy 12.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriamyrtin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions. Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect! What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. I wouldn't move if I were you. Poison's on the menu. I'm finished with you. I have you. It's over. My order's dead. Let's do now. Here, there, then here, and... My magnum opus! Is my poison kicking in?
Street Fighter 6. Simple and clean. Showtime, baby. This will be a good fight.
All right, and welcome back to another episode of Sets. It's been too long. I think it's been about 3 weeks to a month, something like that, and an extra half an hour because my production team are always late. I always tell them maybe you should delay the time. They're like, no, we'll get on at 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I'll see you at 9 o'clock since you guys can never show up on time. Anyway, we're on the airways now. Myself and the co-hosts are here, but we're back with 2 players in the ring to have a first to 10 and, of course, hear their opinions on Street Fighter 6 as well. I'll be your main host tonight, Jammers. Alongside me are the co-hosts, of course. We'll get the screen over to them right now because you should be familiar with these faces at this point. We've been doing this show for a long time. And I want to make sure you guys are comfortable and understand as well. Oh, don't forget this. The game's 34% off. Go buy it now if you haven't bought it already. Go buy it now. I don't know if they have the Ultimate Pass on sale as well, but if you haven't got the game, go pick up the game. Do it now. It's on sale. But yes, here are my lovely co-hosts. They are here. They've been busy, but they made time out of their busy days to come and
Always.
So, Alvar, talk to me. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm a little bit sore from yesterday, but it's all good. And I can't wait for this particular episode because these guys are very outspoken about the game and they have great opinions, and they're also connoisseurs of the game, and they both stream. They're very entertaining personalities, so it's gonna be a good night of Street Fighter.
That's good. They don't have personalities or shoebox. You can't replace personalities in this kind of community. That's
Big
good.
true.
Veggie, you've been busy. Talk to me.
What's up, Jammers? You know, I usually spoil who's going to play before the set's card comes on the stream. So today I'm not going to do that. I'm very aware of this past failure. So today I'm just going to say I think we're going to have a 6-set bet. You don't get to
Wow,
know
so
yet
mysterious.
Until Jammers says this is the set, you don't know what the set is. But I'm feeling exceptionally good today. I feel like really, I don't know. There's just something about the air tonight. Something in the air tonight.
You can feel it in the air
he's,
tonight.
he's definitely had a good day, and hopefully we can end the day on a high with the exhibition we're going to be bringing to you guys. We advertised it over the weekend, and we announced it earlier today, but we'll be rolling the fight card on the screen for you guys very shortly, and we'll talk about a t-shirt too. Something happened over the weekend. Well, two things happened over the weekend. One was a private affair. This one is a public one. So you guys can definitely check this out. But yes, roll the fight card so that people know what's going on tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. But yes, we are going back over to the States. It's been a little while since we've had American guests on the show. Lo and behold, we bring the Capcom Cup 2019 champion and Manon Enjoyer. I say that with quotation marks. Manon Enjoyer is coming on with us. And then we have the Dalsim connoisseur. This guy is one of the best Dalsims I see in the game right now. And I had a nice long chat with him at CPT France. But yes, we've got iDom going up against Zaferino. It's great to have these guys on. And I think the community like that we've got these guys on as well. So Veggie, first up with you. First to 10 with Manon versus Dalsim. Do you think is this a matchup you wanted to see for a little while? I should ask you that question.
I actually do want to see it. I remember seeing Luffy beat Mr. Crimson, I think, at one of the offline events early in the game. Like
Brussels, I think it was
Brussels Challenge. Yeah. And I was thinking maybe this is like one of those matches where Dalsim struggles heavily. But then I also remember that Dalsim said that Mika was a really hard matchup, but I never saw Mika beat Dalsim in Street Fighter V. So I'm actually... I don't know what to expect, so that makes it particularly exciting. Every round will be like, okay, one round for this character, one round for that character, and it will go on like that until we have a winner. And if it's close, I'm gonna hear anything. If it's one-sided, I might hear some arguments. I might let arguments be made about the matchup, but if it's close, we're closing the matchup book forever on this match. Today is the day.
Well, I mean, there's only one way to find out. But Ovaha, talk to me. What about you? How are you feeling about this one?
I think it's going to be interesting. I personally feel like just coming back to that later comment about, or like the previous comment about Dalsim versus Mika. I think Dalsim is a little bit easier to smother in this game. It might just be me, but I don't think his teleport is as good of a defensive tool in this game, obviously. And there's some other things, like this game obviously has that very like aggressive tempo.
Yeah.
If you get smothered, like it's hard to come around that. So I think he might be a little bit easier depending on the character to pin down in this game. But he has some tricky tools. He has the air fireball, for example, so he can kind of alter that trajectory even more than he did in 5. But I think it's gonna be interesting, and I think Manon has, for example, like is it the down forward roundhouse or something where she
she slides and then does the
so I've seen some tech revolving around, punishing Dalsim limbs to make yourself come closer to Dalsim as a Manon player. So I've seen some of those as well. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see if iDom is going to use any of that tech and how Zaferino will try to counter the fact that he might be pinned down in the corner against Manon. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic.
But yeah, no, I mean, well, there's only one way to find out if this is difficult or whatnot, because again, I remember I spoke to Mr. Crimson. He said the system works against Dalsim incredibly well, so that's detrimental to him. Then Zaferino might have a different take on it. Maybe he might tell us some of Dalsim's bad matchups or whatnot, tell us the strengths and weaknesses, but we'll see. But Vic, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to add in that I think that, in this game though, Dalsim has been given a really good whiff punish move, in my opinion, it's the crouching medium punch. Because Dalsim doesn't really move around a lot, so it's hard to space yourself for a whiff punish.
Yeah.
But if someone is trying to fish out a button, Dalsim can definitely whiff punish with the crouching medium punch. So he's got more normal neutral tools. Maybe that is to combat not being able to press that much because of the parry and all the things. But I think it's really exciting to see when Dalsim players apply the whiff punish move in their game plan. It's I really like that part of it.
I'm a huge fan of his crouching medium punch anyway.
Medium punch, sorry.
Just of
it's
what
a really
it does.
satisfying move to use as well if you're playing Dalsim.
Well, I mean, it's stationary. I've spoken about crouching medium punch across the board in this game being exceptionally well. Blanca, Cammy, Jury, Ken, Luke. There's multiple characters. Chun-Li as well. I think that's one that's cropping up recently as well. But I like the scenarios from Dalsim's crouch medium punch, especially when you're trying to counter drive impact. But I'll break that down another time there as well. Right, we do have to move things swimmingly on as well, because we do have the guys in the green, because we do want to chat with them as well. I know you guys like hearing these people's opinions, because again, this is all about the players and the platform. I don't know if we have a runner show graphic. Do we have that in the back? I don't think we do. Do we have that voice in it? Okay, they don't have it. I leave these guys for 3 weeks and they can't even do one splash page. It's brilliant. But yes, what we are going to do is talk about the CPT. It has been a little while since we've done a show, but a lot of CPT action has happened across the board, and even on the previous weekend as well, because we are coming to crunch time. I believe this month alone, there's going to be about an odd 15 to 20 players going to be qualifying for the Cup here. So first off, we got to congratulate, can we congratulate Big Bird first? I believe it is. We have Big Bird's graphic for the CPT, because he did win over the weekend for the CPT Middle East, and they have exceptional talent over there. So that means Angry Bird and Big Bird will be in the Capcom Cup finals, and I don't think their World Warrior finals has happened yet either. So yes, there it is, Big Bird, NASA's Big Bird. There you go, using the Marisa. It's good to see Marisa back in action as well, because I know he uses Marisa. I haven't
seen that in a while.
Well, I mean, if you pay attention to SFL US, I think you see the mixture of...
That was a joke, by the way.
You see the mixture of Marisa and Rashid. I think more so from the matches I've seen of Rashid. I need to catch up with a few episodes myself, actually. But yes, using Marisa this weekend, and Angry Bird was using the Cami, and I gotta say, his Cami is coming along quite nicely, so beware other competitors. But it's good to see that the Birds are in the Cup, which means if their regional final hasn't happened, then that means there's going to be a third Middle Eastern player in the finals as well, which is actually very good for their region as a whole. Yeah. So can't wait to see that. The next person we got to congratulate is someone I had the pleasure of commentating over with Ringe. Shouts to Ringe, holding it down. Is Garnet. Garnet will also be qualified for the Capcom Cup as well. I think he is the first Dalsim player to qualify for the Cup. I could be wrong, but he should be the first Dalsim player there. Great to see him. Now, I did say with Ringe over the weekend, or over that weekend specifically, that Italy is not spoken about enough as a region, as a country in general, because they do have exceptional talent. They're just not they're not one of the superpowers in Europe, and you don't really speak about them on a global scale. Giko did make the finals last year via the World Warrior, representing Italy, but now you'll see Garnet there as well. Heck, you might see another Italian at the Capcom Cup finals. You might not, but it's good to see Garnet there. It's good to see Dalsim, because I'm actually a huge fan of high-level Dalsim in Street Fighter 6. Surprisingly, I didn't think that would be a thing, but hey, anything happened in this timeline. But let's get your thoughts on it. Veggie, what do you think? Dalsim in the Cup? Is that to be expected?
I mean, I was at least expecting one Dalsim to be in the Cup in Mr. Crimson, who had was there also a qualifier this weekend from France?
Yeah, Valmaster won. Valmaster won that one.
Yeah, Valmaster won that one. So, but I think you know, Garnet started playing Dalsim at the end of Street Fighter 5. And I could see why, because just, in case the character is still good or becomes really good in Street Fighter 6. So he's been playing Dalsim for a very long time now. Well, not long compared to other Dalsim mates. But seeing that kind of, that decision, that foresight at the end of Street Fighter 5 come to fruition, or like pay off, was really cool, because his Dalsim has become very strong. I think he had like 2k MR at the end of phase 1 or something like that, and I practiced with him quite a bit, and I think he's just become really strong. So to answer your question, which was completely different than what I just spoken about, is that what was I expecting Dalsim in the Cup? Yes. Was I expecting Garnet to make it with Dalsim? I didn't know what to expect. Am I happy that he qualified? Very happy, very excited.
There you go. Thank you for that long-winded answer. Ovar, what about you? Were you expecting this surprise? I think it was a nice surprise.
I think for every region there's like at least one strong Dalsim player, so I was kind of assuming at least one is gonna, sneak their way in with their long limbs. But yeah, I like Veggie said, I would have expected for Mr. Crimson already, or like it was very close at least. But we'll find out later. Obviously, if we're gonna have any more Dalsims, but obviously not the easiest character to win with. So anyone who actually plays this character in this game, they get my props.
Well, I mean, there's still plenty more places to qualify for the Cup. Maybe Mr. Crimson will make it, maybe not, because he's going to have CPT France very soon. We don't have a graphic for it now, but shouts to Valmaster over the weekend, putting in a dominating performance over Mr. Crimson, dominating 6-0 in the grand final.
He's been really
reset,
strong lately.
and of course in the resetted finals there as well. We do have one more graphic because it did happen. I was there, and so was Veggie. CPT France We've got to congratulate this guy. I know we did it over the internet, but we've got to do it once again because we did it on the show. Shout outs to Chris Wong. Third time is a charm. The saying is true. He went to East Asia Online, he played from home, came second to NL. He went to CPT Singapore, lost to Gachikin, no dice, but on thrice, the third attempt, he did qualify, beating NRD there. So well played to Chris Wong. Perfect, here you go. I'm not sure if this is completely updated yet, but these are the guys that are qualified right now. They're doing it by the offline and online premieres. And I think if you scroll down on the website, I think it goes and tells you who's qualified via online premieres and the World Warriors. I'm not sure if it's up to date completely or when it will be up to date, but apparently I just got word that it's not up to date yet, but they will be updating it as soon as they possibly can. But yes, you'll have Angry Bird, Gachikun, Chris Wong, no more offline premieres this year. You got Travis Styles, you got Kusanagi, you've got Snake Eyes, you got Dookie, you got NL, Kaba, you got JBM, you got Phenom, you got the lot, mate. You've got the lot, so make sure you want to lock in. I don't know if we have the graphic for the dates of the finals. We do actually need to be pushing that from this point onwards, actually, when we are on air, because it will be happening from February 16th, 2024. They're considering your Valentine's Days if you have a relationship, of course. And then it will
How
be happening.
kind.
I know, how considerate. Very considerate. They consider your relationships, and it will be on for 10 days from that point, 9-10 days from that point as well. But then, yes, of course, don't forget, we've had all the CPT action. What we did happen last Friday, I actually couldn't watch it with you guys, but it did happen. You might have seen me on a screen somewhere. We had Street Fighter League Europe happen from SFL on Capcom Fighters. You may have seen my shirt. I might have given it away. I wasn't supposed to give it away, but I gave it away. But yes, I don't know if we have a graphic for that, just announcing that we'll show you guys the date. Of course, it happens every Friday from this point onwards. It will be happening for the next 12 to 13 weeks. I could be wrong. My maths is completely off. But we'll be having SFL. There you go. See, I got my shirt there. If I didn't give it away already.
Nice shirt, Jammers.
So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bought it online, exclusive, only for me, F-Word, and Logan. Yeah, there's only three. There's only 3 available, and we had to reserve our
Does it
spots.
come in my size?
Maybe it does, actually. I don't know. I can't get you one. There you go. Instead, they're going to show us the leaderboard instead. So if you didn't catch the first episode of SFL Europe on Friday, you can catch the archives on Capcom Fighters. But what you can also do is check out the leaderboard here. So BK Rog Luffy's team is actually sitting pretty at the top spot. Mr. Crimson's team, BMS, is second. Zero Zero Nation is third. They had a nail-biting set against Team Mouse, winning 25-20. And of course, Guild and Wolves are out of the playoff spots anyway. But this is a long and arduous season, so things can change over time. Let's just make sure that first week doesn't set pace for everything. Who knows? I think you guys are in for a treat. Alvar, were you able to watch SFL EU over the Friday?
I was able to watch some of it. Unfortunately, not all of it, but I really did enjoy the whole presentation and the interviews from the players, and obviously Logan conducting them. So yeah, it was a really good time, and I can't wait to see more, because like Friday is just a perfect day for that. You get off from work and you get home and you just want to unwind and maybe watch some Prime Street Fighter from your Twitch, and it's just a good time. Obviously, it's the cream of the crop of the EU region, so can't wait to see how they will develop.
True. No, that's a good way of looking at it. Now, Veggie, you and I were there, but I don't know if you watched it as from a spectator's standpoint. That can be very hard for us these days, because obviously you're involved in the project. But were you able to catch it last Friday at all? Or?
Last Friday, we had weekend visitors, so I actually only I didn't watch it. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna agree for not watching something you were part of. Look, I was at a wedding last Friday. The wedding actually started as SFL went live. So
yeah,
dude, he's so sorry about it.
Catch it. Forgive me, John.
You let us all down, boy.
Mike's laughing.
Yeah, no.
You know, actually, what was my favorite part about the first episode?
Talk to me.
When Lord Venom was playing and Veggie started laughing.
I mean, when does Veggie not laugh?
Dude, that was the best.
The thing is, what will happen is Problem X did it last year with Broski and Oro. He just laughed at people who couldn't deal with Oro. And I think now you see 00 Nation At least they're having a whale of a time watching Lord Venom just go nuts on everybody else, because I'm pretty sure that was planned weeks or months in advance, saying yes, we'll just let him just go nuts on the rest of the European scene. And I hope that Lord Venom lives up to his name. At least, again, he had a decent performance at the CPT Online for Europe Northeast, and I'm hoping you guys get to see his performances or his skill in full effect when it comes around for the weeks to come by as well. But yes, like we said, catch up with the archives on twitch.tv/CatConfires or the YouTube channel. You've got to check the live section. I don't know if they're going to split up the matches and whatnot. Now, someone made a fair point. EU SFL needs the fourth player rule. I completely agree. I keep asking the teams about that, because you have 4 players and 3 are utilized. And it's like, okay. So SFL US, for those of you that don't know, SFL US have 3 matches that you play. They're mandatory matches, of course. The point match, the middle match, the anchor match. And the 4th match, if it goes to that tiebreaker, the person who hasn't played plays that match. Now, Veggie, I don't know what your thoughts on that are. Do you think they should just use a strong player, or actually utilize the 4 player that hasn't played it?
I think both are like, in my book. I think both are reasonable. Like if from to make it more like forcing every player to be involved in every set. If it comes to that, I think that's fine. But I also don't mind. It's kind of cool to watch like the best player on both teams playing a 1-to-1. So
okay, fair.
I mean, not for you if you're on the team playing, but if you're watching, it's exciting, because it all comes down to a 1-to-1. That's kind of cool. So I think both are fine, but I could see the argument for having the 4th player play a tiebreaker, so that you don't have any players playing twice in a single set. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The teams are trying to win, and there's a lot of money on the line, so I don't necessarily blame them.
You kind of want your, if you can pick, you want your strongest player for that tiebreaker, and it's kind of
tactics.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense as well. It's like you send your strongest force for the
battle.
For the
Strongest warrior. Yeah.
Listen. You want to put your best foot forward, and you want to make sure you're at your well best and you're well equipped for the scenario. And if you've got the person to do that, if they've got to run it back in a 1-to-1 instead of 1-to-2 or 1-to-3, then so be it. But yeah, no, look forward to that, honestly. But yes, I believe I've covered most things, so I don't think we have the graphics for other things to talk about, but we might do that on the other half of the show. But we do have the guys in the green room right now, so I do want to get talking to them as soon as possible. So if we can get Zaferino and iDom to unmute their mics, because I want to start talking to these guys. It's been ages since I've spoken to iDom. And Zaferino, I mean, what's there not to love about the guy, because he's brilliant. So let me find out if we get these guys to come through and we have this long-ass chat. I cannot wait for this. So yes, let me find out. Have I got iDom? Have I got Zaferino?
I am here.
Possibly.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'll take possibly over
mysterious.
But yes, no, gentlemen, it's been way too long. Obviously, Zaferino, I saw you in France not too long ago. iDom, I actually cannot remember the last time I've seen you, but it's good to talk to you again. So thank you very much, gents, for taking time out of your day. And obviously, this is the chance where we get to have a nice little discussion about Street Fighter 6, because I'm pretty sure everybody's got something to say to certain degrees. But I've got to go with iDom first. Now, iDom, I feel I've watched you a lot. I like tuning your streams, especially late at night. But I feel you've been on the negative end of things, because people like to put you out of context. Some of these clips are hilarious, by the way. But I do feel you get your opinions and something gets put out of context, because you, right at the end of the clip, you haven't got something nice to say. But it's within reason. Now, my first thing is, why have you stuck with Manon for so long when everybody jumped ship? That's probably the nicest way to put it.
Okay, I enjoy playing Manon. I think she is a cool design character. I played quite a few characters in this game. In the beta, I was playing Jury, but Jury is not really, the nicest way to put it, exciting. I tried Luke. I played Kimberly for a while. Then I started playing Manon. I've been playing JP recently, but I have the most fun playing Manon.
Okay. Now, is it safe to say that basically everyone else is mundane, but Manon offers you something a little bit more? Is it safe to say that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say.
Okay, now my next thing is, because obviously I used to play Manon before I completely jumped ship. And listen, the only two inspirations I have left on Manon are you and Random from Germany. That's it. So when I watch you two Manon, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll press down medium punch again for another 10 times and then turn it off. But that's
Especially if they're burnt out.
So, do you think Manon is actually a well-designed character individually? She just doesn't really fit into this system, or is there a bigger issue at hand when it comes to Manon?
I feel like Manon she has a cool design, but the problem is like the game kind of locks you behind a right way of playing. I feel like there are plenty cool design characters, like you got Jamie, you got Kimberly's probably another one, but it's just like, you know, cross medium kick, drive rush, go burr, or random drive rush, go in, and then corner carry, throw loop. And, you know, it's just how the game works, I feel like.
So it's more of to me, that sounds like it's more of a system thing than individuals. Because I've been saying this on commentary for a little while when I watch Manon's, like the 2 or 3 Manons I see on camera, is I think fundamentally she's great. I think she's got good buttons, the conversions are decent, they actually build onto what she needs to do, but she's already handicapped at the start because of the mechanic. It sounds great on paper, but might not necessarily work out the whole way through. And I think she's got some of the best anti-airs in the game. But obviously, with how Street Fighter 6 wants you to play, you don't necessarily get to show that in all the matchups. Is that safe to agree, or am I too outdated with Manon now?
She, like I said, she has good anti-airs, but yeah, she's definitely not playing Street Fighter 6. She's like on the lower half of the spec. Like, she is like, Geef's not playing 6, Manon's not playing 6. Who else is really not playing? Honda's not playing 6.
Wow.
I don't know what game Honda's playing. Honda's playing Mario Party or something.
He's playing checkers.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what game Honda's playing.
Interesting. Well, okay. I still think Manon can work in certain areas. I just, me personally, I mean, she might not be a good character to main. I think she might be a good character to pocket, but then the thing is, if you're pocketing Manon, surely your main must be like significantly better. That's just my perspective. I don't play the character anymore, so that's just me. But no.
Yeah, JP is a good one for like obviously just to play, but like even when I'm playing JP, I'm like, I don't think it would be if I were to switch into JP, I'll be like, I would never use Manon in a matchup. I feel like.
Okay.
Except maybe Cammy. Cammy's like the only character I can actually think of that. Like, okay,
I can
Manon
understand
actually might be
that.
better.
Okay, no, fair. Now, obviously, speaking of characters, I want to shift over to Zaferino. Zaferino, it's been a while, or a couple of weeks.
Howdy.
It feels like it's been ages, but I'm not sure how many people have asked you this question, but I'll be the next guy to ask you this question. Zaferino and Dulcim. That's a weird combination when you think about it. But watching your Dulcim, having the pleasure of commentating over your Dulcim, to me it makes the most sense. But why did you land on Dulcim? Did you try anyone before Dulcim, or did you stick with him from the start?
I tried Jamie, but rip.
Short and sweet.
You know, when iDom was saying like, yo, Honda doesn't play, blah blah, I was about to intervene and be like, Jamie plays it, but he needs like level 3.
Yeah. Jamie plays the game, but he has to get the DLC first.
Right. Exactly. Like he's like an EA product.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
he's
okay.
incomplete, you know.
What a way to describe it.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
You know, right?
What a way to describe it. No, that's because again, I remember you showed me one of the greatest anti-air conversions for Dulcim, and I've still tried to practice that in training mode, by the way, and I still can't remember the scenario, so you might need to show me that again. But watching Mr. Crimson, watching YC Mochi, Torameshi, all them guys, I think it really works out watching you play Dulcim. Now, one thing I really wanted to ask you about Dulcim, Zaferino, is where does most of his damage come from, his big damage? I think it's his anti-airs, but is there something I'm glancing over with the character?
So there's levels to his anti-air game. I think that none of the Dulcim players have mastered Blast anti-air. I think like I'm the closest to mastering it, but I think that's going to be the way we unlock his damage for his anti-airs. But honestly, his most damaging situations are going to involve like punish counters.
Okay.
Into like level 1 stuff like that. He doesn't really do a lot of damage even with DRCs, which stands for drive rush cancels, if anybody in the chat doesn't know. So his problem with damage is he invests a lot of meter, and then the problem is he's now closer to like burnout. So it's kind of scary because he doesn't have a level 1 invincible super. JP does, by the way. I don't know why.
Well, I mean,
also has amnesia. I don't know why, by the way. But, yeah, you know,
It's good to
sorry.
have
There's
options.
something in my throat. It's the weather, bro.
Well, let me let me put it to you like this: is it better to say that Dalsim's ROI is just not good? He has low investment, or sorry, huge investment and low return. Because this is why I equate a lot of his damage comes to his anti-airs, because he's actually getting properly rewarded against an airborne opponent, as opposed to everyone else playing on the ground and they're able to take off 70%, which I found out the hard way with Chris Wall. So
I think he's good, man. It's just he heavily relies on like the player on that particular day, you know? I could play like a Luke or a DJ or a Ken, and I can play like 40% of my capacity, and I can still beat players that I'm like significantly stronger than. But if I play Sim and I am at 85% of strength and I'm playing somebody I'm significantly stronger than, they might get a match off me.
that sounds like an anime protagonist right there, if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's good. Like, I look at the capacity of the character, and that's like what I strive for. So that's why I keep playing him, because I think he's especially a good long-term investment, because we all know Season 1 Dalsim is underwhelming, and then look what happened in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And you know who said that as
brother.
well? Who shares the same sentiment as you, Mr. Crimson? He said the ceiling for this guy to be top tier, or at least in that upper bracket of characters, he says it's there. And when I watch you guys develop like new tech for the characters, I said, okay, I can see it. Maybe 1 or 2 tweaks to the system, and you don't change Dalsim that much, then he's just going to jump off an odd 4 or 5 places. Like, I was watching a replay of YHC Mochi today, and he done a new punish kind of combo that I haven't seen. I said, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And obviously, I've seen some of the conversions you do, Mr. Crimson does. I think even Mr. Crimson showed me a combo that only works on standing opponents, and you got to use a specific version of Yoga Arch. And then when I was watching Garnet play on the CPT Europe West, he showed me a specific combo that works against standing opponents, but it's optimal. And I'm like, okay, the stuff's here. It's definitely here, but it's easier to do and much easier, less taxing with other characters, and they get much more damage.
And right, exactly, right.
Nah,
I actually have a follow-up for that.
Go for it.
So I wanted to ask Zaferino, how do you think Dalsim matches up against like the usually regarded high-tier characters in this game? Do you think like he has glaring weaknesses against these like top-of-the-line characters, or do you like think they're matchups that are workable?
I think honestly his worst matchups are Cammy and DJ, and then everything else I think is manageable.
Wow.
I think I can still win those 2 matchups. But if I were to just like, in terms of stability, those are the matchups where it's like, again, like the skill gap between me and a player can be massive, but the character can just sway that, no pun intended, you know?
Have you considered picking another character for these specific matchups?
Yeah, I've thought about it. It might happen. Who knows?
Jamie?
Yeah, I wish.
I mean,
Do you
depending on
do
the
you think-
Jamie, I don't know, depends on Jamie. So, that's
do you
me.
think
He's
it
definitely
would,
better than Jamie, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
but do you think it would be harder to pick an extra character at this point in the game because it's so new, and that will be easier to do later, or do you think that's just something you can do at whatever time? Like, you could do it now if you wanted to.
I could do it at any point, to be honest. I don't think there's a character I can't play in this game.
Now, is
Honestly.
that due to how robust this system is? In terms of, right, once you just understand it across the board, you can just pick anyone. It's fairly easy to understand what to do. There's a parry system. We got drive rush cancel combos. Oh, I got a punish counter drive impact, your drive impact, and anti-air. Is it safe to assume that, or is there something else to it?
Yeah, I think the system plays a large part in it. Going from like 5 to 6, if we were to talk about like themes, right? The theme in 5, from my opinion, maybe iDom can confirm this since he was the champ in that game. It seemed like it was decision making in 5, and in this game, it's more like strategic management, like being aware of your opponent's focus, being aware of how they manage their meter. Like, it's like an all-encompassing thing, you know, as opposed to it just being specifically decisions. I think you have to be really aware of yourself and the opposing player in this game because there's only so much you can focus on.
Yeah.
And so like to play characters in this game, I don't think you need to focus too much on like the character per se, but more so how do you leverage the system, right?
Okay,
and then how do you, and how do you fundamentally like leverage, the weaknesses of a player's approach, their strategy, their focus, their lack of focus. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
That makes sense. iDom, is that safe to assume? Is that like there's an emphasis on the strategic stuff, or?
Yeah, I would definitely say how somebody goes against the mechanics is super important. As I used to play Dragon Ball Fighters is another game where I felt like that you're fighting the system 90% of the time, so it doesn't like the characters obviously matter, but the best characters in the game are usually the ones who are good at the system. So it's kind of a weird balance. I understand why devs do that because I feel like it's easier to pick up characters in more of a sense when you do that compared to when the characters are actually different and then it's hard to master other characters.
Well, I mean, that's kind of where the skill and where people earn their stripes, no? If you play, like, okay, iDom, you're the perfect example, right? You're playing a grappler for the vast majority of Street Fighter 5. Then you went to a quote-unquote zoner that was highly aggressive and had a whip, which was great. But, like, the dynamic of the characters was vastly different. The objective was fairly the same. Get the high damage output, get the mix-ups. You had a command go if you pick the right V-trigger with poison anyway. But you played two different archetypes. And that's like, oh, okay. If you look at that from an objective standpoint, he's not playing characters that are similar. In this game, it's like, oh, I just need to learn these things about the system and then just move forward from there. We learn the rest. You don't even have to be super optimal in this game. You just need to know one or two things that everybody else has did. No? Am I wrong in that regard, or?
It's the system too good. Like perfect parry, I feel like system too good. That's the only way I can put it. System too strong. Perfect parry make you tear out your hair. Dry rush will make you tear out your hair. It doesn't matter. System too strong.
So, all right,
tier.
Indulge me then. If the system is too good, where does the focus need to come into? Does it need to be focused on the characters, or do you think it needs to be slight adjustments to the system? Because again, people say change the system, but some of the takes I've seen online, I think you lot need to be paying $10 to tweet about your opinions.
All the people who have suggestions about changing the system, they're all horrible. I look at it, I'm like, they're all terrible.
Based.
If they change the game the way that people on Twitter complain, the game, I don't even understand what will happen. But like I said, not my problem. I feel like that's
it's way above your pay grade. It's definitely above your pay grade.
I don't know how to fix the system, but I would change something. That's all I know.
That's an honest man.
No, I know. I highly respect it. Now, another thing I wanted to ask you, iDom, because I didn't actually realize this until I heard you say it, and I'm going to ask it in a very unorthodox way. Mirror matches in Street Fighter 6. Now, I remember one of your streams, it might have been a YouTube video I seen, where you mentioned Luke and Ken is basically a mirror match. It's just different skins. Do you mind elaborating on that? Are there more mirror matches in this game than we realize? Or was that just a iDom having a iDom rants moment? Subscribe for $3.99.
That cheap?
I think there is a... The reason I said Luke and Ken are basically a mirror match is because they're playing the same. Let's be real. They have the same game plan. And I throw Jury in there as well. But Jury is obviously not as talked about as Luke and Ken. Jury just doesn't, I guess, hit as hard as Luke and have the corny carry as Ken. But I feel like when I play no matter what fighting game I play, I just feel like when you pick a character has an inherent game plan that you always want to go towards. And that's kind of like the way the character's supposed to be played. Like Manon, get metal. Dalsum, keep the person out. Ryu, strong fireball game. Luke, Ken, and Jury are all cross medium kick, drive rush, corner, rolling. And it's just like, oh, well, that's their game plan. That's why I think they're all kind of the same character.
Okay, interesting. So I think maybe in that regard, they might need to change some things about each character individually. I will say one thing, because like Luke can't really do fireball drive rush because of how Sandblaster works, but that's just semantics at this point, because obviously
but Jury can do drive rush medium kick, Ken's doing drive rush jab, and Luke is doing drive rush crouch medium punch or suppressor.
No, you are right. You are right. Listen, I'm not gonna lie about that. Hey, listen, I don't play either character. I just watch them and watch you guys lose about 70% of your life bar and think about your drive gauge instead.
I didn't check the drive rush.
Well,
I should have reacted faster. That's what my chat told me.
I mean, look, it's like Zaferino was alluding to before. It's very interesting what this game wants you to focus on and what you're, because people can't focus on everything. It is difficult as a spectator. And maybe they focus on a lot of things in regards to the spectators because it's like, oh, cool, the guy finally found an opening. But from a player angle, it's like, did he find the opening or was it something I just couldn't focus on because of how powerful all the tools are? I think it's a very robust system. Is everything a bit too powerful? I guess that's a case-by-case basis. Because some people might say parry's fine. Some people will say change the parry. Remember, before the game came out, people said drive impact was the problem. And look where we are 6 months down the line. So
those are all the silver players. Let's be real. Those are all the silver. I'm not trying to be mean to my silver players, but those are all the silver players. Let's be real.
Nerf drive impact.
maybe not. Right.
iDom just called me a silver player, by the way.
Wait, you're not a fan of drive impact? I feel like that's the only balanced mechanic.
maybe not. Now, there is two more questions I want to ask before we go to break. Now, the other one I'll ask is Zaferino. We got to go back to Zaferino because I know Zaferino's had a, you want to call it controversial opinion? I know it was definitely misunderstood, but
brother.
I've got to ask you. Zaferino, what is your opinion on modern controls?
Let me preface this, okay? I am.
Oh wow!
As a politician, I stand with the modern players, and I think that they should be able to play fighting games. All right, but
You have my vote.
I don't like it
You have
in
my vote.
competitive play, bro. I don't like it in competitive
But
play,
why?
man.
Why is it? Does it slow the game down too much for you? Does it
It just
speed
makes
it
the
too
game
much
not
for you?
fun, man. It's just the game slows to a snail's pace, man, and it just becomes a weird waiting game. It's like the same problems with Street Fighter V with like explosive play because our V triggers start to pop up again because it's like you're just sitting there waiting because everything you do can potentially be countered with a one-button reaction.
Okay, fair.
I can see that.
I mean, no, it's a valid argument. Would you, if you were to change it but still keep modern controls like viable in tournament play, would you reduce the damage even more? Would you lock off even more tool sets? Is there a suggestion or?
I mean, somebody said like something really interesting. They were like, maybe what you should do is like when you input it, it still takes up the amount of frames it would take to do a regular input.
Ah, okay.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting. I still feel like it would kind of bypass that to some degree, but I mean, yeah, I just don't like the idea of like it kind of removes the margin of error.
Yes.
You know, that makes fighting games beautiful is like somebody, you know, being able to execute something under pressure, somebody being able to be just consistent with, you know, their execution and following through, like, you know, and being able to have presence of mind to, let's say, DP something in a really difficult or tricky situation. You know, it's like just kind of like a slap in the face, in my opinion. Just like as a competitive player, like you sit there, you train something, and then you got somebody that never played fighting games before, and they can just cross-cut DP with one button. It's like, what?
I can picture Zaferino's face saying that last part. He's like, hold on a minute.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
You weren't DPing until you didn't know what it was until yesterday. Like, what?
I could definitely see that side of the coin where you think consistency also in that regard becomes a little less more valuable because it's not as rare, because you can always kind of turn back into those modern controls if you feel like.
Well, like,
Yeah.
I do want to look into it. I've been messing around with modern Dalsum recently. I just want to see what characters lose and what they can actually do. And Yoga Blast and Anti-Air and modern controls is actually pretty fun to do. I'm not going to lie. But, iDom, what about you? Do you share the same sentiment on modern controls, or do you just want to grab people and get to level 5?
I don't really care about modern control. I feel like, you know, like it's cool that people get into the game with modern, but I feel like it kind of doesn't matter in my opinion. I mean, cool that Capcom made it, but it's whatever in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't really care. I feel like if you know how to play fighting games, you're hindering yourself playing modern. I feel like if you're new, it's good. But if you've been playing fighting games for like 5+ years, playing modern kind of doesn't make any sense.
Have you told that to Haitani in the stream at all?
I was just about to say that.
Bro, I feel like
To a
Haitani,
top 8 finish.
he would have probably got top 8 anyway. I feel like.
You reckon?
Yeah, if he was
I
on
don't
classic,
think so.
he would have probably got top 8 anyway.
Wow. Okay. I might have to hold you on that opinion. Because I want to move on to the next question before we go to break. Right, Zaferino, you first. What's your top 5 characters in the game?
I feel like this is everybody's top 5, right? It's
for it.
always gonna be
No, it's the same
JP.
character.
Hold on,
Yeah, it's always
hold on.
gonna
Let
be
him answer.
JP. It's always gonna be Luke. It's always gonna be Ken. This is not in order, by the way.
No, go for it.
JP, Luke, Ken. That the second and third are interchangeable. I think JP is numero uno.
Yeah,
JP, Ken, Luke,
yeah.
and then I'd say DJ. And then the fifth is like, I guess, the Wild West. That can be Chun. That can be who else?
Guile?
Yuri?
Yeah, it could be Guile. It could be Jury.
Chun-Li?
I think Jury's kind of overrated though, in my opinion. But
Okay. Blanca in
I
that
would
top
probably
spot?
I'd probably put Guile there.
Okay.
Because he plays what he does similar to JP is that he can kind of like he can kind of
negates
neutralize the game and the interactions of the game, you know?
Yeah, he negates the system.
He
Yeah.
negates the system, but I also think he makes you hold parry the longest to expose yourself. That's one of my reasons, because obviously
Oh, that's interesting.
people hold parry against Sonic Boom a lot, and holding parry makes him move forward. It doesn't make him comfortable.
Right.
Again, I tried to look in this stuff from many different angles, but I think Guile's up there, and the Guile players have been very good at hiding at.
How about Blanca?
Like Zaferino said, it's the Wild West. Number 5 is interchangeable. But then it really does depend. Now, iDom, your top 5, since everyone's going to name the same characters.
Same thing. It's the same. It's the same exact one Zaf said. I feel like it's more interesting asking people the bottom 5 now. Because and the top
for
5
it.
is always the same thing.
Okay,
Go for the bottom
all
five.
right.
Just do it.
In that regard, as the quote unquote bottom 5, do you see these bottom 5 on a regular basis? You don't.
I think. I mean, they don't play the system. That's the part.
So,
That's why
okay,
they're bottom
all right.
5.
Who doesn't play the system? Lily, does she play the system?
I don't want Lily to get buffed. Not 'cause I
That
don't
wasn't
like
my question.
Lily can't get buffed. Lily can't get buffed.
So he's not going to
I
answer my
respect
question.
it.
All right,
Lily can't
Lily.
get buffed.
Okay.
I respect
What
it.
about Manon? Does Manon play the system? No. Okay,
No,
that's 2.
and I think Manon's bottom 5.
Okay. What about Zangief? Zangief?
I think Geef is bottom 5.
Okay. Do you think Jamie's bottom 5? I don't think Jamie's bottom 5.
I don't think Jamie's bottom 5.
Okay.
But I don't think he's that great.
So do you put Aki down there?
I think Aki's bottom 5.
Wow.
Damn.
That,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, that New York pizza's getting to your head, man. You might need to give me some of that New York pizza. Right. Who else? Who am I missing? So we had Lily, Manon, Geef, Aki. Who else? We're missing someone. Honda.
Honda's bottom 5. Honda's a minigame. Honda's actually just a minigame every time you play.
But
We're not
isn't
saying
wait,
Zangief.
hang on. See, I don't want to
said
delay.
Zangief.
I don't want to elongate this too much because this is why I like talking to iDom, because he needs to die on this hill. So if Honda is a minigame, what's JP then? Is he an amusement park?
He's a big game.
It's a mega game.
He's not a mini game. He's a big
If
game.
Honda's a minigame, JP must be an amusement park. You got to talk to me,
Okay.
iDom.
I don't think JP's the best. I don't think JP's the best, and I do think JP is the most interesting top tier in the game. I will give him that much. All the other top tiers are so like straightforward and doing the same thing. At least JP's interesting. I know I picked up JP recently, but I'm not even trying to be a JP down player. He's interesting at least.
I can't.
The
believe what-
downplaying starts
I
really
can't.
quickly.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. He switched characters. He's already saying.
I can't.
Damn.
And the agenda.
This is
The agenda. I can
Honestly, wow.
smell it.
Do you know what? I think
not
Mena
even
might
been a
need to
week.
open up a seat in the what does Mena call it? The Ministry of Propaganda? I think you might
Bro,
need to
Adam
open
is
up a
the
seat.
main president of that club, bro. He's a politician. You hear
And
the
you
way
know
he
what?
didn't answer your question?
This was crazy. That's why I was just about to bring that up. That's why I love iDom. He didn't answer the question. This is
He never answers it.
This is
Amazing.
brilliant. All right, do you know what we got to do? I'm gonna let you guys laugh in peace. We're gonna take a break because I want to get these guys set up for the first to 10. That's what you guys are coming for. I'm gonna talk to these guys all night because they never answer my questions. At least iDom doesn't. But when we come back, we're gonna get iDom and Zaferino in the lobby for a first to 10. We'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Welcome back to Capcom Fighters. It's Sets the Monday show. Obviously, we're here with always bringing you two guests around the world, and we learn more about them, their type of Street Fighter that they're playing, and a little bit about their community, stuff like that. We learned a fair bit of interesting stuff in the last interview. For example, we learned that JP is basically the most interesting man in the world. And we also learned that iDom would be a very good politician.
You're 100% right. I think iDom is an absolute assassin when it comes to dodging questions or giving me a straight answer. Zaferino's right about him. But it's great to have these guys. I love talking to them. But now we got to get you guys watching them playing a first to 10. That's what we brought you here for. Manon versus Dalsim. Veggie suggested this one, so shouts to Veggie. I used to play this one a little bit, but then obviously I dropped the character because I'm just butt cheeks at this game. I will openly admit that until I get better.
I respect it.
But then, of course, watching this set, right, Manon actually has a fair number of decent tools against Dalsim. I think it's better in a first to 2, first to 3 formats. However, with the caliber of player we have on deck, I think you might see a little bit more regarding this set. So we'll see. Let's find out.
Manon has the best alt costume in the game, though. Even though, people say that she's not the, strongest character, but she has the strongest outfit.
I do want to see, like, outfits down the line. If we're talking currently, I can agree with that. Nice Yoga Blast anti-air and the throw bait there into the Yoga Blast. He gets the crouching throw as well. Zaferino off the fine start already.
Loaded up Yoga Fire as well.
That was a good start.
Here we go, the medals.
Well, here's the thing, right? I don't know that's going to be the round. Yeah, that will be the round. I'm not sure how well the medals will play in the long run. Because first, you have to find a way to consistently navigate the limbs.
Yeah.
And then secondly, you've got to galvanize, nice with punish there. You got to galvanize Dalsim into doing something he doesn't want to do. If you get Dalsim to parry, there you go. If you get him to parry and you command grab the parry as a read, then I think you're on track for something.
Nicely spaced drill there from Zaferino.
Oh, I like that delay though. That was beautiful. Just knew that something
wow, that was a beautiful bait with the forward fierce.
There's the stun, and then is he going to spend the level 2? I think he's going to go into level 2. Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
I think
nice
that's
and graceful.
Not quite.
Oh, it's not.
But it's chip territory.
Yeah, no chip.
Just any special move. There you go.
Right, for those of you asking, this is the first game of the first to 10. We're just getting the scoreboard set up for you guys very shortly. There it is, as I talk about it.
As you ordered.
We just need to get Zaferino's name. Nice conversion into the heavy red
That was sick.
Yeah, Manon can do that. She's actually got some really
That's
good
4
conversions.
mils. The damage is piling up right now.
So that Oki we saw there, was that like something you could jab out jammers, or was that a real guess for the command throw?
Which one? The dash?
No, the slight walk.
Oh, come on,
after the combo.
I think if you get the timing right, it's manual, it should be legit. That should be the game, though.
He's gonna kill.
Not quite again. I guess
No.
we're on to level 2 twice.
Nice dash. That's such a great dash.
Just,
because
yeah.
You know that Zaferino is so scared to get hit by anything like a light or anything. He's just not going to be thinking about the dash and get
perfect.
close
There
enough
you
to
go.
put that mix up. Yeah.
Right, the other thing I was going to mention as well is people say, like, get rid of the training stage. This is what they've done in SF6. The stage changes at random, so they're playing on one stage on both their own setups. We are just randomizing the stages, so it'll keep changing.
That's a fantastic feature in the game for sure.
What a jump.
Ooh, what a jump, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely bypassing the Yoga Flame.
Oh, that's going to be punished. That's going to be huge damage here for iDom, and he's going to go level 1. Yes, he will.
Using all the meter, that's smart, because obviously it's at the end of the round.
The exact same point for three rounds or 4 rounds straight for at the end there. That was
That's
so
crazy
cool to
that
see.
he's gone optimal, but there's just been a slight misjudgment. I don't even know if he knows if it's going to, like, take the round or not, so...
Maybe it's just worth it when you just need that one hit, like any limb you snuff out and you would punish anything.
We punish counter DI. Can he burn him out? I think he should have burned him out. There you go, he got it anyway.
There's no.
That could have been punished, by the way, the stand face target combo, even a burnout. Just missed it.
I think it's something that was just okay.
I think, yeah.
Oi.
Interesting drive reversal there. Big drive impact, though.
That happens sometimes. You do the drive impact and you get to drive reversal and vice versa, actually. So it's kind of
no punish on the landing there on the,
Throw tech, no anti-air there, but he's going to get conversion. Not going to cancel to level 3 yet, but he's going to generate a little bit of space here. Going to have to deal with the Yoga Arch, and he's burnt out here. Nice Yoga Mountain
nice anti-air. The back roundhouse.
Yeah, no, do you know what? And I actually see Dalsim players use that a little bit more, mainly when they're going to punish something on block,
Yeah.
maybe supers, but I think it's actually a move. I underestimated that move.
It has a pretty the same kind of a trajectory that his back medium punch has.
Yeah, it's just a lot slower.
Yeah, and it's a bigger button, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it goes probably straight up as well. Right?
That was such a good
ready
jump.
for the driver reversal.
Yeah,
That's a
excellent jump.
DI, no wall splat.
Oh, the dive head.
That should be the round. Yoga Samba should do it.
Don't laugh.
There you go. This is the thing, we've seen it a fair bit whenever Zaferino's tried to teleport, iDom tried to jab him out of it and whatnot, so he's got to worry about for that from the Yoga Mummy at least to teleport anyway, but I can definitely see this going the distance. I think maybe after like game 4, game 5, we may see a win streak from one of the two players, but... Oh, now that was clean.
Bypassing the projectile there, smart from iDom.
Yeah, that's the second time he's done that conversion, so he definitely knows his stuff. There's a perfect parry.
Oh, he
Just
misses the
punch
Yoga
though.
Blast, yeah.
Too far away, maybe?
Well, it moves you
Yeah,
forward.
definitely too far away.
I'm not sure if all versions of the Yoga Blast moving forward, but I think he wanted to teleport Oki afterwards. That's why he went for the blast.
Oh, nice. The same side makes up.
Crouching throw.
Let's see.
Ooh, the meaty fireball. That one's sick.
Because there's two ways to beat it. Like when you have jabs out, just keep pressing until you have 3 hits.
That was a
side.
surgical setup.
All right, listen, that was the meatiest fireball, and he's going to punish counter DI him again. He's going to take him straight to the corner. Yeah, he's going to take it straight to the corner with the level 2. I like the corner carry on this. That's decent. I like that. Come on, Brad.
I think there's been a lot of talk about like how Manon players should go for level 2 to get the most damage compared to like canceling a combo into level 3 because of the scaling. So
Yeah.
I can see it in action.
All right, there we go. Blocks the stone roundhouse and then whiffs a Yoga Flame, and he
Nice
gets caught out
work.
by a DI again. And this is it. Mr. Crimson was telling me this a few weeks ago. It's like DI really hurts this character. If you get too comfortable throwing out his limbs, and you're not gonna like not use his limbs entirely in a set, you have to use them. DI, that's gonna be your mind the vast majority of the time.
Well, many of the limbs are castable into drive impact, right?
It was a really
No,
good
crouch,
level 2
crouch,
once
medium
again by
punch,
iDom.
stand light kick, stand roundhouse, they're all special cancelable limbs.
Yeah, so
Stand
if you
medium
throw
punch
them
is
out
a-
as well, it becomes a little bit risky for the opponent to just... It's not like just an answer, you do the drive impact. You have to be a read that this button is coming again, right?
Oh, what
As they
flow.
will throw
And he's
out
gonna
the
get
heavy
a
Yeah,
kick.
that
huge
was really
combo
good
here.
float from Zaferino.
And that's a huge choice, because if iDom went to go for like a back fierce and then convert from that would have been a little bit different. But he's going to take on 45% here. You can set up Yoga Arch. Nice DI.
Ooh, just barely moving out of the fireball's way.
He's got 5 medals.
Oh, the dive head failing.
No, that's it! He did the 2 lights, and then he done the EX command go for the extra range, and that's actually a very good footsie tool. You just got to know when and where to use it. But it's 2-1 to iDom at the moment.
iDom is really good at stopping the corner float escape options from Dawson, like where he puts himself up in the corner and then maybe teleports, maybe just stays there, floats. He's just so ready, just looking for it, getting that EX anti-air or anti-air in.
I also like to see how Zaferino is utilizing Dawson's different normal throws. He has 3 different throws.
Yes, back throw, forward throw, crouching throw. I like that he's got the... It looks like he's definitely studied the crouching throw Oki
Yeah, he's
situations.
using the crouching throw. We gotta ask about that.
Nice
Maybe
jump.
it's for like, you know, the spacing at the pushback.
Maybe. We'll ask him that. We'll note that one down. Drive rush in. He gets it close. And this is why I like Manon's drive rush up close, because it's one of the slowest ones in the game.
Nice
Doing it
block
up
on the
close
overhead
as
from
a-
Zaferino.
Doing it as one of them as an extended footsie tool is actually not that bad for Manon.
Nice,
That
already
was
again.
so
He's
good.
just so trained to look for anything airborne, especially when Dawson is in the corner, getting full mileage out of that. What is the move name called?
Which one?
The one where she kicks up in the air.
Oh, it's called Run Point.
Run point?
Yeah, Run Point. R-O-N-D. Run Point.
Okay. I might have some other questions about move names later, Jammers, so just be ready.
Well,
I mean, we got the best. We got the best in the business.
You
Yeah,
best
that's
hope
what I
I know
mean.
what the move name's actually called.
Oh, I know you know.
And he's going to go into the
And
level
because
3.
you know, we know.
Yeah.
I think he
Everyone
can...
knows.
No, he can comfortably set up Yoga Arch here, actually. Unless iDom doesn't wake up level 1, he can do Yoga Arch again. He's going to Yoga Fire instead. That's actually probably stop the level 1.
Nice patience, yeah. This
Gets
time
the
the Yoga
burnout.
Mummy hitting its way home.
Dude, is
It's like the first time.
Is he going to get
Sorry.
another perfect? No, he isn't. Is he? No, okay, no.
Oh, okay, forward fierce.
That was so lucky
Nice.
for iDom.
Yeah, get
He
off
already
me, the
committed
drive
to
reversal.
Drive reversal, yeah, and iDom had had done something unsafe, but got saved by the bell. They're almost out of burnout now. It's gonna be big.
There it is, the Yoga Comet.
It's those drive impacts where you're just like, I just need something, and you forget that anything that you could get would kill you.
Well, what I
happens
like
to the rest
about
of us.
Zaferino's gameplay is one of the things I like that it really does the most is buffer crouch fierce into drive rush after certain situations, as well as when he decides to float on defense. So.
It's not as obvious as it was in Street Fighter V. Obviously, you have to kind of pick
He's gonna spend.
pick your places.
Oh no, he's gonna get the Oki and then command grab.
Oh,
I had a feeling the command grab was coming because he
Dude,
didn't mind.
disgusting round. Disgusting round.
And that is the command throw I was wondering. Can you interrupt that if you see it's coming?
But you have to commit to like a wake up button.
Yeah,
and even then,
but
if she
it's
does
like a throw in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Command grabs have different ranges. So if he does
No,
like
I
maybe
understand.
the light version of the EX version, it might meet you. Conversion again.
Nice
Yeti ball.
conversion, yeah. He's so optimal with those. Always ready to pick up.
Really fighting out of the corner. Great teleport out.
I was still kind of expecting the fireball to hit.
Yeah. Could have probably shimmied there too. He let the fireball do the work. Nice with punish. That's what I like to see with Dalsim now. They have the opportunity to... They don't have the movement speed to make you whiff, but they have the buttons to make you whiff, and then they can be ready with the crouching punch. I really like seeing that from Dalsim in this game. With
that button is a great addition to Dalsim's game.
See, I like as well when Zaferino goes up close, he changes the limbs he has to use. Because Manon can actually punish Dalsim Stand Fierce with her level 1, but it's only from a particular range. Nice check.
Yeah, that was great.
Yoga Blast for the Oki as well, canceling into the level 3.
Yeah, gonna hit him with that merciless Yoga Super R. What's he gonna set up this time round? Is he gonna do Yoga Arch again? Yeah, there's the Yoga Arch. Yeah.
That's a great tool for this matchup, it seems.
Oh, he can lose this very quickly. He can lose this very quickly.
No.
And if he doesn't backdash, he's in trouble. And oh boy.
Oh, that's so spooky. That
That's
is
it.
so spooky. Nice.
This round just melted away, and it's just like that sometimes.
Especially with
yeah.
Dalsim, yeah, you need to be actually like you have to have this in your head, like the idea that you can lose the round anytime, even if you space everything perfectly. You might just have it slip from your grasp.
You can win the game off of one knockdown. You can lose the game off of one knockdown. That's just how it works.
But especially for Dalsim, I feel.
Well, I mean, like with Manon, she like when she does her arbitrary like her sweep, the spin. Like, that can actually win her the game. It's a huge risk, because it's like negative 24 or something. But it can win her the game. We saw what happened with iDom earlier.
Yeah, big true. Third medal there.
Oh, double command.
Make that fourth.
Now, that dash was fake. It's actually safe from punishment, but it's kind of fake, because you can check the command grab afterwards, but you're not going to do that.
But can you also check the button if they do the button after?
Yes, because no, once she dashes, she's like -2, -3. So you can,
exactly. So
you can stop the dash, you can block, but...
I will never get tired of people.
iDom was backing. No, he was going in so long now for like round straight, and he just takes a little step back just to look for one whiff punish before going back to the other game plan.
Nice check.
Nice,
Come on,
drops
yeah.
him there.
Try to hold up. Oh, that's it. That will be it. That's gonna be the game.
One thing that I will never get tired of seeing Dalsim is people punishing Dalsim's limbs. It's always so satisfying.
I think with this game, I did say to people that yes,
Look at that.
So that's what we were talking about before, because obviously Ovaha mentioned it right at the start of the show. That's a limb she can use against Stand Round or Stand Fierce especially. It's really good against.
Yeah.
That was actually that
was so
amazing.
sick.
Yeah.
If you're not going to use down forward hard kick, you can use sweep, but down forward hard kick brings you closer.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered.
iDom's so good at snuffing out the command throws, and after the dash parried because, as you said, he was minus.
Yeah, no more yoga, just dancing.
Teleport Oki, wake up jab. That's going to be punished. That should have been punished.
Just not ready for it. Probably not expecting it at all. Gets the back medium punch. Big tech though from iDom. Spinning a drive bar, getting closer to burnout. It's kind of dangerous. Blocking is dangerous right now. Nice.
Well, he can't drive reversal because he doesn't want to put himself in burnout. And Dalsim's drive reversal. Oh, did he block?
Ooh,
no, he didn't. He tried to jump. He tried to
so
jump.
unfortunate. When things finally go his way in this round, and iDom is just ready with the reversal super.
I mean, look, man, like, it's against Dalsim, so, like, Manasa
Yeah, you do this all day.
She has to do them Hail Mary risks sometimes.
Yeah.
Even when she's got some cool answers against the limbs.
Oh, nice! All those fireballs just to bait out that one. Spaced it out with punish. What a great start from Zaferino.
All that for a drop of blood.
Yeah. She seems to have really good answers to the float with her. Is it a standing medium punch?
That's stand light punch.
Yeah, yeah. And then get the juggle after.
Ooh, big float though.
Already, yeah. Zaferino definitely noticed some things that he could take to his advantage this round.
Looking good here. He's got a level 3 stocked as well, so if Zaferino gets a good start, he can probably get a conversion. He's going to go into the lights of the Yoga Blast, but he needs a fat conversion before he goes into level 3, so he needs like a heavy.
And all of this started from him doing the float into heavy punch because he's seen the stand light punch anti-air so many times. He probably knows that the heavy punch is going to snuff that out.
This is
Great
it. Right.
adaptations.
Okay, this is what I was talking about, right? So he backdashed, he got a conversion from a heavy into the level 3. So now it will be guess for the round, actually. The ball's
really
in his
strong for
court,
Zaferino
unless
right
iDom
now.
wakes up with a sweep. The ball's in his court. Okay.
Oh, that's a sick finisher, though.
Go, he done Yoga Arch again. Now, that's the thing. I didn't think he'd do it only because iDom won a round because he woke up and did the light Degage, the sweep, the spin, and he lost, so.
Nice back medium punch.
Just
Always got to be ready for that when you play with Dhalsim.
Definitely. Nice air to air as well. Trying to create some ground, gets it with the
Sneaky
crouching
crouching
there.
medium.
That's great.
Look at the drive gauge he's taken away, though. He's stealing that.
I think like Dhalsim in this game just eats up your drive meter if you allow him.
Yeah, definitely agreeing. I think being low on drive gauge is a lot worse than being low on life against Dhalsim.
Yeah, it feels insufferable.
It really is stressful. Nice wake-up jab.
Teleport Oki, no, okay. Does back recover instead, and this could be the round. That
Nice
should have been the
float
round.
again. Yeah, he's really picking those spots.
He really should have closed out the round there. He should have burnt himself out and closed out the round, Zaferino, but I don't
Let's
think
see
he
if
was
he can
thinking
close
about
it now.
Really like how he's going on the offense.
so
Even though
active.
He just needs one hit. It's not gonna leave it to chance getting hit by the sweep or something else into dead. He's just taking that hit himself, staying aggressive.
Well, I mean, he's got a large amount of hit stun from, I like to call it the rubber band, his float jump fit. He's got a lot
It's
of hit
so
stun
active in this game. It's such a great tool.
Side swap, let me see it. Let me see the side swap. Yeah.
There you go.
Let's go. And that was even counter drive impact after the stand medium point. So it's definitely not something you can just do as an offender.
pressure.
Over
Flame, I like this pressure from Zaferino right now. The EX Yoga Comet still able to do roundhouse from air.
He's in there. One command grab. He's a level 3 now. Good block. That's
Nice block on the overhead.
listen,
Yeah, he's
dude.
seen that a few times.
Dude, it's safe on block, so he can parry. And that's, that was a
he missed.
misconfirm.
Yeah,
That was a misconfirm,
definitely.
so that should be the round.
And since we're
Got
not
a cash out now, Zaferino. There
Yeah,
you
since
go.
we're not in those early weeks, we're not gonna see that last hit him right. We're waiting for it. Definitely waiting for all that offense to finish.
What do you mean?
punishing.
It's like I still get hit by that.
It happens, man. It happens, but
I have my moments.
It's time for the payout, big payout. Wait, what? What happened?
it's 4 apiece.
Oh,
Love the
the Yoga
Yoga
Blast.
Blast.
Dude, there's the Yoga Blast anti he was talking about.
That's the second or
What a
third
bait.
time he's done that, but
Yeah, he's trying to unlock the secrets of yoga.
No, he's really found so many places where he can get an opening from.
Beautiful round from Zaferino right now. The meaty drive impact as well. Into the crouch fierce, into blast, into victory.
this is exactly why we had to get Zaferino on the show. Like, I love watching this guy's Dhalsim, no matter where.
Yeah, he's so surgical with every single tool.
Was that punishable and block? That target combo?
I think it's like -5, so
Just gotta be ready. Oh.
Can't be ready for that overhead every time. It's just
You know,
too
it's-
fast.
It's interesting that whoever wins the round makes it look like it's impossible for the opponent. That's that kind of matchup. Like, iDom winning with Banan, it looks like you couldn't do anything. And the same when Zaferino is taking
Yeah.
his rounds.
but I guess
Use the yoga mummy to teleport back because it is special cancelable.
I guess you'll kind of get those polarizing matchups, or at least aspects of the matchup.
Yeah.
It's very hard for the other guy to come back, but he'll get to throw.
Nice back.
Nice. There's the parry again. Gets
Jumps
out
over
with
the
a
yoga
teleport.
mummy to no avail though.
Got him
There
again.
he is again. Yeah, the drive impacts were working in the first games, but it's actually been one of the
Yeah.
reasons Zaferino's been so consistent these rounds, because he's been checking them, constantly snuffing them out, being ready
Well-
for them, even with the air being airborne and teleporting, or just countering them.
Here's
directly.
the thing, right? The DIs were working because he was either doing the drill kick or he was just doing non-cancelable normals. Now he's changed it to
Yeah.
cancelable limbs. And
Yeah, and I was
then
gonna say
and then
that
he just
Becky
cancels
brought-
it
yeah.
to drive rush cancel so you can see it. So he's just
Yeah,
changed
Becky-
the way how he
yeah.
identifies the situation.
Yeah, Becky did point out that crouching medium punch is a great tool they added for Dhalsim, and I do agree that it's fantastic for, like, you know, when you're expecting like a drive impact, because you can obviously cancel it into the drive rush and then cancel it into the drive impact.
And that's why I think that even though the heavies of Dhalsim have risk and the mediums that aren't cancelable, it's also very risky to be the one doing the drive impact, as there are so many of them who are cancelable.
I can't believe we haven't said that. It's been beautifully even so far. 5-4.
Oh, Zaferino is trying to get a 2-game buffer here, because Dhalsim could definitely use that in a set like this, but
Yeah.
I like that iDom and Manon is keeping this
That was sick.
entertaining. Gets the crouching throw again. He's been landing that crouching for a fair number of times here.
He's trying to make this set out of reach.
I see what you did there.
I love it. That was great, Allah.
Nice jump medium kick. And so, yeah, he's not going to spend. Yeah, he's going to get another level here. And
Yeah, I
again,
think it's smart he didn't go for any more meter in that situation.
Minus kind of DI. He keeps going for the jump follow-up. Interesting. He at level 4. He can't stun him yet, because, yeah, all right, there you go.
Now is the time.
I didn't think he was going to make it obvious with the stun, because obviously Zaferino had level 3, but here obviously he was fixated on other things or observing other things. So it's going to allow iDom to equalize the round, but it leaves him at a huge disadvantage here.
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay.
What? Yeah, because of the scaling went directly into it, right?
There
It
you
gets
go, the
another drive
pushback,
impact
yeah.
anyway. He had to parry that. All
I tell you what,
yeah.
you might think iDom's at a disadvantage here, but he isn't. Because Zaferino has super, if iDom lands one command grab, it's equivalent to his super.
Absolutely.
Manon's not at a disadvantage here, actually. He just needs to
It's
get
more
the command grab.
disadvantage though.
Nice
Oh my
conversion
days.
once again. He's so good at that.
What a great shot from Zaferino! Goes into level 3 though. But yeah, as you said, like iDom is one hit or one command throw away from just even taking the life
Yeah,
back,
I
guess.
think if he lands the command grab, that's going to be the same amount of damage that combo did. I think he's going
Ooh,
to be
that's
hungry
gonna be
for the,
spooky.
He's hungry for the command grab as well.
Yeah, but
but
he needs to
Zaferino
eat this
rushed down,
Oki
though.
first. He's hungry, but he
It's
needs to
coming.
eat the Oki
I
first.
told you, like, nah,
Yeah.
it's too obvious. Okay, I literally
But at the same
paid
time,
attention.
yeah. But at the same time, the two obvious command throws should work because it's so obvious that the other player should think that you're never gonna do it. So there is, even on obvious command throw, I think there is a mix-up. It's just, it looks worse on your end. But I mean, if it's obvious, you shouldn't do it, so you shouldn't try to evade it, right?
No, but it's like, this is why Zaferino, you gotta give credit to where he was doing the floats for the punish.
You see that side switch? That was
did.
wild.
Large medium. The drill kick, that was a punish?
yeah.
Wow, I thought that was a relatively
Yeah,
safe
I was
drill kick.
surprised. I thought it was safe.
Go, gonna get a level there, level 3. That's a nice medal to end the round on. So. Just checking it with the stand medium punch. He's gonna try and frustrate iDom into committing to something that he'll be able to counter momentarily. The DI could be something else.
Yoga blast Oki into the teleport. There you go.
Just in time for a trade.
Good
Gets a trade
combo from the trade overhead.
Zaferino knows he's evaded command throws quite a few times, so he stays on the ground this
Yeah,
time.
he slips out of the
Stuff,
corner
yeah.
like that. Very nice.
Really good
I love
awareness
this
on his
pressure,
own
by the
decisions.
way. The upward fireball. It's so cool in those corner situations.
Oh, nice. We're punished there with the sweep. The double dash into the command grab or button is actually legit, so that should be the round.
The reset and another failed calculation gets the end so close to kill.
Oh my god, the Hail Mary sweep.
Point blank, and you could see Dhalsim animation from standing up as the sweep landed, so it was just like,
Yeah, he was like, screw it, let's
afraid
go.
of blocking it, it would have worked out well.
I'm not afraid to die.
Zaferino must be a little bit annoyed by
Witness
that randoms knockdown.
Yes, I would be so annoyed.
I was like, witness me. I'm not afraid.
Watch me, I'll do it. I'll sweep just right next to you. Let's go.
Okay, try to do the yoga lance. Didn't quite work out there. Gonna get the life lead though still. Roundhouse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, frustrating here
Stand
for
for
iDom.
years, there you go.
He can't jump now.
So many
bro,
limbs right now.
I literally just said you can't jump now. Come on.
He didn't hear you,
You
obviously.
get so frustrated that even when you know you're gonna die for it, you might just maybe this time.
It's like,
escape.
I know why I'm mad, but I can't help but getting mad.
Alright, just trying to chip away at that drive gauge.
Yeah, that's what the parry was good
a little
until
bit
the
too
jump
long,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you know what? He was inclined to do that because he was about to put in burnout and he took the risk, got the level 3, landed it. He's gonna get bar and a half back. So I'll take
Yeah,
this.
that's clutch, yeah.
Yeah. They're both kind of good.
That
on
was a
the
scary
grab bar
whiff from
right now.
Zaferino. Loaded up
Walks
Yoga
into it,
Fire.
Probably trying to get the perfect parries on those. He just waited too long while walking forward.
Yeah, now he's gonna have to eat
Jump.
all these Yoga Fireballs.
I think he's gonna try. I think he wants to try and spin through a projectile again. But yeah, I knew it. Oh my! Sorry. Oh man, I was just watching the situation pan out. I'm like, jumping hasn't worked. He can't whiff punish. He's got to spin through a fireball. It's not. I don't think it's gonna work out. It didn't work out.
Jammers, this only proves that Manon shared the same brain.
Well, clearly, I don't even play the character anymore.
Nice punish, nice confirm, I should say.
Perfect parry.
And there is the perfect
He's so
parry.
enlightened.
Yeah, I feel like Zaferino is just really flowing right now. He just feels
He's
the moment
unraveling
and he
the
gets
secrets of
right.
yoga
Yeah.
right now.
He really is. Stretching, stretching, breathing
So
flames.
much stretching.
Oh, and double flames that come back when you jump.
He's so limber right now.
my
He's
goodness.
so limber.
And he got him
And there
again.
it is.
Got him
I'm not
again.
gonna hear the talk that Drive Impact destroys Dalsim, because if anything, Drive Impact has done the opposite of destroying Dalsim in this set.
Look, there's a couple of characters. I kind of attribute this to JP mainly. JP, you think you could drive impact him, but you can't because he recovers all the time. What Zaferino's doing is he's frustrating you into doing a DI, and then he changes the button that's cancelable. That's what he's doing. So it makes it easier. You can still DI Dalsim.
I mean, you could DI any character, but it's not like
Nice
a Dalsim
patience
thing,
from iDom
is what
this
I'm
time.
saying.
Oh, okay. Teleport.
Yoga Mommy hitting home, just teleporting back. Catching iDom off guard there for a moment.
He's getting frustrated here, iDom, more and more as the set goes on. We're looking at some 8-5 leads here, and that might be...
Nice.
No,
and
he's still
clean.
alive. He's just about alive here. That was 3 hits. I think he's just about alive. Yeah, just about.
And even take like a Drive Impact counter to counter. Oh, Hassel, that was great.
Yeah, no,
blocking.
if,
That was such
if
great
Zaferino
blocking.
does a DI and Idom wants to DI back, he can do so.
Yeah.
Dude, he's trying to make this a Yoga 3-0 lead right now.
Oh, what a jump out and gets the drive reversal.
Get off me.
Yeah. Just trying to build some bar back. Trying to hold it.
Nice crowd.
This is so tight. What's it gonna
Cancel
be?
it.
Are we gonna see something absolutely insane right now, or are we just gonna get...
Yoga obstacle course.
Yeah, it really
Wait,
is. Hardest difficult.
There it is! Wait, hold on. He's got no super, right? And he can try and dash up command grab, and Zaferino can try and escape. I don't think he's gonna wake up parry. Idom has to do Hail Mary. Dash up and do something.
Oh, he's working out.
He got him.
He's backing around.
He got it.
Yo.
It was what Ovas. It was the yoga what
Obstacle course.
Yeah, on the hardest difficulty because you had no life.
Listen,
Hardcore.
some people just love that game called Cuphead, you know? They were good at it.
Oh, nice. This is gonna be the change.
Oh, this would be such a shame if I doesn't take this game.
Yeah, that was such a sick confirm
Dude,
too.
one day my dream is to sing the La 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 with you guys.
I mean, we could do that. We could do that.
We could have done it now. We should have done it. Now
Maybe
gotta
we'll
do it
get
next
another
time.
chance.
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, it took 12 games, but we might get lucky.
Wait. See, I don't know. He's going to navigate the limb part of the obstacle course here, but he gets the conversion into the medium Degage. Wake up buttons there from Zap.
Nice blocking and
Nice back off.
Whooshback,
Yeah,
he wanted
that
the whooshback.
pushback is so crazy.
Oh, not a big conversion, but keeps the Oki, gets whip punished or even just buffered out their item. What's it gonna be? Nice tech.
For the crouch
Ready
throw
for it.
there.
Ooh,
just had to eat that.
Level 1?
No, I mean, level 1 wouldn't have worked there. He might have tried
No,
to
that's
jump
what I
again.
think.
He might have tried to press the
Yeah.
button or something. But it's 8-5 to Zaferino.
Yeah, it's Yoga 8-5.
Cool, nice.
All right, there you go.
Gets the air juggle again, yeah.
He's
That's
been
big,
very good at
damage.
taking. He's been very good at taking Zaferino to the corner because Manon has decent conversions to the corner. It's just keeping him
That
there.
was sick. The jab cancel. I see.
Cancel into the yoga.
great.
There you go.
Nice. The crouching medium punch used to its full extent.
It's close enough
Oi.
now.
Yeah, and so ready.
That's it.
Just knows the jump is coming there. Ready for the big commitment anti-air into the combo. Really feeling the flow. You can see there's a bit of frustration going.
Well,
on
yeah,
either
because
side.
as the set goes on, it's like Zaferino is able to identify how Idom wants to get in, but how Manon just gets in on Dalsim in general.
Oh, and then he has
Ooh,
the
that this
perfect
time he
timing
uses
on
the grain.
parries. Yeah.
Your meter down the flush.
All right, back for it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, There you go, dash, back medium punch.
Yeah, the cover,
That was
the way
like
it
a
covers
crosser
your back.
here.
Fantastic.
Nice, gets the conversion.
His,
Yeah, the corner carry.
his forced knockdown stuff against Dawson's been pretty good, iDom. But he's at guess for game again.
We might get to sing right now.
I mean, if he guesses wrong, that's it, and it'll be 9-5, but I don't know how he's going to get around this one.
Let's see.
I just want to sing with all Baja. Let's go!
Yeah, no, he didn't get the second hit. Hang on, and that will be the round.
Yes!
Wait.
La 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 la.
Jesus
La
Christ.
la la la
You guys are awful.
la la la.
All of you are awful.
We got to sing, let's go!
All of you are awful. I am never going to karaoke with these guys. You lot are getting disowned at the door, bro.
Someone said nailed it.
No, that was terrible.
Nailed it, yes, let's
That
go.
was- that was
Definitely did. That was
diabolical, bro.
perfect. Own everything. Sorry. That was too good. Thank you for that item.
I'm disowning you lot at the door. I'm sorry. I'm saying
I'm never gonna recover from this.
I know you don't. Wait, let's see if he
Water
gets with
with
9-5. Oh! There you go. That's it. The conversion there. And he gets the double jab. And we're looking at final game here for Zaferino. Is it going to be 10-5 or is iDom going to be able to make that comeback? Of course, knockdown.
Will we see a big change in gameplay, or it's interesting to see? Nice punish again.
Well, the thing is,
walk speed of Manon is kind of good, isn't it?
it's a good walk speed, but the problem is, and she has one of the best backdashes in the game, actually. The problem is, you can build the levels, but if he avoids your command grab, he avoids your command grab.
Oh, it's the classical. You could have countered it, but you just parried, so you're not looking for it. You're not ready.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the good old coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Dude, the
Exactly.
pressure. Look at this pressure in the corner. Dawson's corner game is sick.
Crazy, the spacing from
perfect
Zaferino
time,
right
yeah,
now.
the perfect
Absolutely
timing as well.
mental.
Yeah, he's not coming back from this. He is not
Dude,
recovering
immaculate spacing. That was like playing Tetris.
from this. Was. There we go. Potential final game here. Set point here for
Nice,
Zaferino. Let's see if he can take it.
Sorry, but that's Yoga-san.
We haven't seen that sweep tech used a lot after that. Is it very specific buttons, or
Oh, sweet tech what?
Meaty as hell.
the sweep when Manon gets
What?
the opponent back? Oh wow. That looks like she's hitting when she's taking the throw, you know. I always get mixed up by that. I'm like, did they mistime their meaty? No, they didn't. They just threw.
Down. That's plus on block, and he's just going to push Zaferino to the corner here. No drive reversal to keep him there. He's burnt out.
Zaferino though.
Okay, standing meaty punch activated.
Oh,
He's
that was
burned out.
brilliant. That was beautiful.
Just bully
that
this
was
man. Bully this man in the corner.
Oh, he just does it. Zaferino
Yes.
didn't believe.
And that was the optimal follow-up
Boom.
here. Yes. Now, that was a guaranteed command grab because he was stunned. But if iDom misses the command grab again, he's not at disadvantage because he's actually got his super and a level 5 command grab. One of the most ideal scenarios you can be in.
I think he could have gotten a back throw on that slide because the fireball came down
Oh, he's
later.
not taking. No, he's not taking
I
throws
like
this
the
round.
offensive flow from
he's not losing
Zaferino.
this round from the tech. Now you're right.
He's not taking throws this round. No way. We
Oh,
punished too
nice,
far.
but there's nothing from it.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's almost burnt out here.
Whoa, it's a big hit though with no
I can't
conversion.
believe he didn't convert
he
off
missed
that.
it.
Yeah,
he
there
knew
you
he was
go.
going to try and punish it. And you can punish that
Dude,
with stand
just
light
do
kick,
it.
though.
Just do it.
Tries to shimmy. Oh, gets hit by the delay low stagger pressure.
Hail Mary! Ah, no!
What an empty jump! This is huge.
And I think- Hold on. I want to say he's still
I'm
alive.
holding on
That
to
was
my
2
seat.
hits. That was 2 hits.
No, he's alive.
Just about.
But this is so tight.
No. Oh, man. Man said the special feature on the album, Yoga Arch, came and did his monologue. Sorry, I got my tongue tied. But he done it there, and I don't know why we've got a video of Flash Metroid on the screen. Ah, that's the thing I was looking for. Brilliant. I don't know what this production team's doing today, but we got the screen there eventually. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Zaferino does take it here in a dominating fashion. Showed us all sorts of text, and he should be one of the Dalsim players you should have on your list on Dalsim must-watch players here. This guy should have a compilation on YouTube. But let me see the GGs in the chat. I'll tell you what, iDom didn't answer our questions in the first half. And Zaferino punished him for it. He said he'd be a great politician. Now you got to answer the questions and more in the second half here. So you want to sit around and listen to us chat with these guys for a post-match interview, then hey, please stick around, get a drink, get a little snack, because we're going to be talking to these guys for another 15 or 20 minutes. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. And maybe my production team might find the right slide. We'll see you soon.
Yo.
He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Fight with all your heart!
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million.
It's showtime, baby! Guano takes it over iDom!
Alright, you ready?
You don't want to miss it! Let him cook! Look at the damage! Look at that damage!
Now's not the time for jokes.
Your two-time Capcom Cup champion! It's Mena RD! All right, everyone, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets featuring iDom and Zaferino. If you are just joining us, unfortunately, you're going to have to catch the archives of the first to 10. I'm sure one of you guys in the YouTube comments will do the timestamps like you guys are, the heroes you are. You put it in there, you can watch the first to 10 and enjoy the action there. But now we're here for the post-match interview where we get to talk to these guys further about the matchup, as well as ask them some closing questions, because we are on a limited time here. But have I got iDom, Zaferino? Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So, Zaferino, congratulations on winning that in a dominating fashion. I always learn something new each and every time from your Dalsim, so you give me more hope that this character can brighten my day when I watch people suffer against him. No offense, Idom, but because I love Idom. I love watching Dalsim in this game, but I love
No
Idom.
bias.
So it's just like, it's a bit crazy. But my first thing I wanted to ask you, Zaferino, is your perspective going against Manon. Is this a favorable matchup for Dalsim? Is it slightly even? Like, walk me through the matchup.
I think Dalsim wins it because I don't really have much to worry about in neutral. And then I obviously outrange her. And one of Manon's strengths, Idom can attest to this, is her hitboxes on her pokes. But the thing is I'm never in range to really give him that leverage. So I think Dalsim can just control the ground, and then his back heavy kick just shuts down her jumping approach pretty easily.
Okay.
Even if I'm in like scramble situations, because like the best jump-ins in the game, Dalsim's back heavy kick beats really clean.
Okay.
As long as I'm not like too late because of the low profile properties on the move. So I think Sims just does really well against her. I think it's pretty hard for Manon, to be honest.
Interesting. Now, there was one thing that Olvaha pointed out as well when you were playing, is you utilized Dalsim's crouching throw a lot, and you got some really cool Oki in the corner from it. Why is it that you like to use Dalsim's crouching throw? Better Oki all across the board? Is it just like, I want to be different? What is it?
Because it looks troll as hell. You know, you just yeeting somebody by their ankles is just like the most disrespectful. Nah, I'm just joking. But apart from that, it has the best Oki, but mid-screen, the reason why I use it is because it has the most corner carry. And
okay.
It's significant. And if I do a crouching throw in the corner, I get like ridiculous Oki options.
Nice.
So that's why a lot of my pressure goes into that whenever I'm going for like tick throws and stuff like that. It's pretty cheap.
Oh, well, I mean, you make it look pretty cheap. I don't see many other people use it. I see people do forward throw, drive rush meaty, crouching medium kick, or when they're in the corner, because I think Dalsim's corner game is actually absurd in this game. I don't think enough people speak about it. From some of the options Mr. Crimson showed me, what you've shown me, and what I've seen on YouTube, combine that all together, I'm like, this is a very... not underrepresented. It's just not spoken about enough as to how powerful it is. But he's got to get into the corner first. I mean, so yeah.
But is there any use of the other throws? I mean, why do you have to, like, why does Dalsim have two different throws? What is the other throw good for?
That's like
I
asking
guess honestly, the range doesn't change. The frame data is the same. The only difference is just like the frame data. So I would change between one and the other depending on what Oki I want to go for. So if I want to do something that like negates level 1s, I would typically go for just standard standing throw. But if I want to go for like some extreme like frame trap meaty type stuff, I would go for the crouching throw in the corner, because you get some insane shimmy options off of it. Like I'm talking about like 6-way mix-ups. It's pretty gross. Okay. Yeah.
No, that's really interesting. And then, of course, let me ask you this before I shift over to Idom with a couple of questions. Being in burnout against Manona's Dalsim, is that not too much of a threat? Does that play into the matchup in its totality, or does it slightly get a bit more scary when you're in burnout against Manon?
Sim's game stays the same. As long as I don't overextend, then I don't really care about burnout, to be honest. But it's once I'm in like close proximity, that's when I have to be really careful, right? So if I'm getting really low on the drive gauge and we're in that like pressure range, that not just throw range, but like slightly, you know, maybe inside of like a sweep range, it can get really scrambly. And I don't want to block, obviously, because Dalsim doesn't have great conversions off of light attacks. So he's one of the few characters in the game that on counter hit on his lights, he can't combo into a medium. So I don't really have the luxury of comboing into like knockdowns defensively. So when you don't knock somebody down, you know, like in those animes where you punch somebody in the mouth and they bleed and they just lick their lips and they're like, oh yeah, right? That's what happens with Sim. If he hits you and he doesn't knock you down, you're just like, I don't give a shit, right? So excuse my language, but sorry, but you know, yeah, sorry, but like he doesn't give a poop, right? Like he doesn't care. So
Even better.
Damage is done.
That's what separates him from like a JP, is that JP has the light conversions into knockdown, and knockdown can make people kind of like think at least, or slow down,
Yeah.
you know? So it's really hard to like reposition and stuff like that. That's why burnout is only really scary if I'm close, because I don't have the opportunity to guarantee like a get off of me, you know?
Yeah.
So
No, that was an amazing language, topped up by some fruity language. That's why I love Zaferino.
sorry, I apologize.
Just exclusive here on the show. Now I gotta shift over to iDom here. iDom, talk to me about your perspective. I do feel Manon can fight Dalsum if it's tournament environment, first to 2, first to 3. Some of the answers you showcased against Dalsum were pretty good, but I don't think they're enough in comparison to, you know, maybe your Chun-Li, your Luke, your Ken. So is this good? Is it a terrible matchup for Manon? Talk to me.
I think the matchup's even. I definitely think, bro. I hate saying this, but the parries didn't go my way, and the drive rushes didn't go my way. I did so many empty jumps when I could have just jumped in, but I was so scared of anti-air perfect parry. If that was like, if I wasn't so worried about parry on the table, I feel like I could have got so much more pressure started with my jump-ins, because I felt like my jump angles were pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think your jump-ins are pretty good.
I felt like I just did a lot of empty jumps, and I got kind of screwed over because he never parried. So I just got back thrown, which my test to is a mini game, and it'd be like that. It's just a lot of like, I don't know what's gonna happen kind of thing.
Yeah.
More so, I just want to be like, okay, I'm playing against Dalsum. I got a good jump in. His anti-air is too slow for me for him to really do anything. So I deserve this jump in kind of scenario.
I mean, I think that's what the game likes to throw at people's faces every time. They like to do the reverse Uno card. When you think you've earned something, the parry's there just waiting for you, in the vast majority of scenarios anyway. And again, you set up the mind game, but the parry counters it. And I think this goes back to your point of, you know, you're fighting the system half the time. Because I think your jump is really good. I thought Zaferino's anti-airs for the vast majority of the time were really good. One thing I really like about what you did, iDom, was your conversions from the forced knockdown against the juggles, because that looks like you've really practiced that.
Yeah.
I like how you introduced drive impact at the start. I think you relied on it a bit too much near the end, but I know that's actually a useful tool for Manon and against Dalsum, because it's one of the longer reaching DIs. But if I had to ask you, what would you specifically change about parry, if you could?
Recovery on parry, that needs to be a thing. Like, you need to get punished if you whiff a parry. Anti-air perfect parry should not be a thing. It's just should not be a thing in fighting it. What else would I change?
So hold on. So just before you continue that point, do you think parry should be treated kind of like a drive reversal? There needs to be certain conditions for it to trigger. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Like V-shift.
Right. Okay. I can understand that. In my head, I can't visually see how that would work down the line, because obviously there's various scenarios that we need to envision. I can see where you're going with this. Whether or not it will happen, I'm not sure, because parry's in the game to stay. It's not going to immediately eject itself.
Anywhere.
As much as you'd like it expunged from the game.
It's not going anywhere.
I hate to burst your bubble. But another thing I've got to ask as well to you, iDom, is this has been my personal gripe. This is actually one of the reasons why I put Manon down, to be honest, was her spin, the anti-projectile, or projectile invincibility on it. I just don't think it's enough. I think the reward is fine. I think where you want to use it, it doesn't quite work. And there was a couple of scenarios where I saw you use it, and you were either too far, or the start was too slow, or just an unfortunate circumstance happened in the set. Do you think that the EX spin is okay, or should I say the anti-projectile invincibility on the spin is okay, or do you think it needs to be changed a little bit more?
I think the spin needs to be better, but I understand why people don't want the spin to be good, because there were so many good anti-projectile moves in 5. So, yeah, I don't know. I I wouldn't know how to change the spin personally.
Okay, no, that's fair. Because again, you are actively playing the character, so there might have been something you noticed while playing or in training mode or something. I just feel it's one of those things where you know where to use it, but the game decides whether it's going to work or not, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you use it in combos, that's fine. But when you're like, oh, okay, I have a read on this projectile tool, and unless it's, for me personally, unless it's Luke or Ken's fireball, I just don't think it's guaranteed that you're going to catch the fireball, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, it's like, you have to be at a very, very, very specific range for it to work.
Okay, no, fair. That makes a lot of sense. Veggie, you got anything you want to ask these guys as well?
I saw early in the set, I mean, Zaferino spoke about it. He did the back heavy kick as an anti-air. Is it so that is it back medium punch, the other anti-air? Does it lose in general to Manon's jumping
there's
heavy
a
kick?
hurtbox extension on the very first active frame. I don't know why it's there. Capcom, if you're listening to me, can you please fix that? But
Keep it in. Sorry.
So what happens is, against a lot of the best jump-ins in the game that you can do, like early, like Luke's jump heavy, Ken's jump heavy punch, Manon's jump heavy kick, JP's jump heavy kick, right? You'll catch him on the active frames, and you'll just beat it clean, even though it's active, because the first hitbox, the first active frame hitbox is at his like torso,
right?
And then there's an extended like hurt box above his hand, which is like really weird. It's like the size of like Yao Ming. I don't know why, but
wait, I literally just heard what you said.
yeah. So so that's why I do it. But then also, if I hit back heavy kick as a counter hit or a punish counter, I get a guaranteed teleport with plus advantage.
Okay, but like there's a reason why you would normally use back medium punch in other matchup. Does it come with more risk? Does it have less range? Is there any reason not to use it in a matchup where you don't have to use it? The back heavy kick, I mean.
If I've committed to something and I don't trust the timing of the back medium punch, if I don't think I'm gonna do it soon enough to anti-air consistently, I'll just do back heavy kick because it's more consistent. But back medium punch, I'll use it for that, like JP. You know how JP does like the stand fierce ghost and people parry and he drive rushes and throws?
Yeah.
Dawson's version of that is with flame.
Oh, with light flame?
You've seen I did it sometimes.
Yeah, light flame, and then you can catch the parry or something like that, I think it was.
Yeah, you can just drive rush and then you just try to throw them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so his drive rush isn't like fast, so like iDom did a good job of like one time countering my throw attempt. But it's still pretty good to throw out there, you know, like even if somebody's aware of it, it's still something that's pretty strong. Because again, if I get punish counter crouch throw, you get thrown all the way over towards the corner, and then I get all of that space.
Yeah.
You know?
No, okay. No, well, you did mention awareness. I do want to ask something about your awareness. There's something we noticed you were doing before. You got DI'd a fair bit in the first half. They caught you in the first half, but they didn't catch you in the second half. You started to change up your buttons and started to cancel or utilize crouch medium punch a bit more and special cancel buttons to counter him. Is that something that you got to be mentally aware of from round start with Dalsim now? You testing to see if they're going to react with DI against your limbs a certain way and then go, oh, I know how to counter this, I'll get even more damage. So what's the strategy behind that?
His anti-DI strings are like really slow, so he can get jumped in on.
Yeah.
So typically, like as a layer 1, you want to do like the safer, you know, like frame trap version, which would be like medium flame or light flame, right? But they're both susceptible to DI, so I have to just throw the button out as a poke just to gauge the focus of the opponent from time to time, to see if, you know, like their focus has changed. 'Cause remember what I was talking about earlier, right? Strategic management. Yeah. So I have to be able to pinpoint like what is on iDom's mind at a given moment, because that is gonna help me dictate how I gauge my risk management in the moment. Because again, if Dalsim gets knocked down in the corner with no level 1, no level 2, it's really rough.
Wow. There's definitely methods behind this stuff. It's like I like the strategy that the players are concocting in this game, but I don't know. Sometimes I think the game master just decides to defy
game master
all logic in this game. No, it's funny sometimes. But now, Zaferino, I've got another question I want to ask you. This is more competitive related. So you've been traveling a fair bit this year. What spurred that on? Was it just new game, new start, not one of your New Year's resolutions? Was it just something that you wanted to do for a long time now, but you were able to do it this year? What spurred on the traveling this year?
Well, I used to travel a lot for 4. Excuse me, and I traveled a lot for 5. 5 was my least favorite of the 3 games. 6 is my favorite.
In terms of playing it or in terms of traveling for it?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, so 6 is by far my favorite Street Fighter game ever.
Nice.
And so I plan to win Capcom Cup. I'm 100% gunning for that.
Wow.
I think I'm more than capable in terms of skill set to do it. It's just mindset at this point. That's why I traveled so much in the past 3 weeks, because I'm trying to fail as much as possible, as fast as possible, so I can get as much feedback as possible. So, you know, so that's why I did it. Like, I didn't really think I was going to win anything, but the feedback I got was invaluable.
Okay, so can you elaborate on the feedback you've gotten so far? Are there like, or is it like something you're willing to speak about?
Yeah, of course. I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. So the players that I played in Singapore, a lot of the elite players you can think of, I played in sets and beat in sets. And that kind of surprised me because, for one, I'm playing Dhalsim, right? And then two, that was my first time really. I don't count Evo because, you know, Evo is like it is a big tournament, but you don't really get the intimacy of playing top players for hours on end, you know, because it's just,
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? So Singapore was like the first chance of that, and you know, that event was amazing. There was just so many setups, and I got to play any player I wanted. It was amazing, and I was winning sets, and I was like surprised. And I take a lot of notes too, so like, I'll take notes, I'll go review it, play the player again later if I lost to them, and I'll do way better the second time, you know, like, so I proved to myself that I have the skill set. It's just a matter of like refining strategies, having more discipline, having more mental fortitude. You know, and Mena's there. Mena's one of my closest friends, and he helps me a lot in that aspect. Nice. So, yeah, I feel like extremely confident, honestly.
No,
Sounds fantastic.
I really like that, and it was good to see you in France, have a long chat with you there, because it was a while since I seen you before France. Of course, saw Veggie, saw you guys playing, had a very good set against Phenom. A side note on that Phenom set you had, so I was around the dinner table with Logan, like 4 other people, and Logan put a bet down that Phenom would beat you 2-0, and I was the only one on the table who said that's not going to happen. I had my utmost confidence, and then you almost won.
Thank you.
So I was always going to dance around Logan's face and say, like, you need to...
So almost, but you didn't.
We almost got there, but like, you know what? Phenom's just that incredible of a player. But iDom, let me shift over to you in terms of traveling. What has stopped you going to, or what stopped you from going to France and Singapore? Was you just busy with other plans, or was there something else that stopped you?
Manon, sir.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
And I mean, it's kind of like allude to what Zaf said. I definitely think mindset. I remember when we did the interview for CEO, when they were following around me doing meta at CEO. Yeah, I think fighting games is a lot of like mindset capabilities. Like, I think this game's kind of
it's a roller coaster of emotions?
Yes.
Don't worry, I got you, iDom. I got you.
Yes. You know, I threw the log, you got the jam. Yeah, I definitely think his mindset. Like I said, when I was traveling for 5, I was having fun playing Street Fighter 5. And, you know, my favorite fighting game, Marvel 3, whenever I travel. And, you know, I'm always having a good time playing Marvel 3. But, yeah, this game has a lot of roller coasters of emotions. You know, you're playing really good, then you get perfect parried and die. But... yeah, I think that's I think partially that's why the success in 6 hasn't really correlated to 5. I mean, the success in 5 hasn't really correlated to 6 for me.
Okay, no, that's completely understandable. Again, some people are, you know, they learn faster than others. Some people it doesn't quite click yet. And I think with you were pretty damn decent at SF5 for a while. Your name just didn't crop out there until the latter part of the game, and then people were like, oh, iDom's pretty damn good. And obviously your guys were backing you for years saying he's always been good. You just didn't
they call him
saw
Stoop
it.
Kid.
Well, so they just never quite saw it. iDom, are you planning to go to the LCQ, or are you just going to bank on the online qualifications to try and get into the cup?
I feel like I'm just going to bank on the online ones. I don't know. LCQ is not I don't like the... I don't know if I can say it. I don't like the Capcom Cup system right now.
Okay, let's put it like this. You're not fond of the format right now.
Yeah,
no, okay. I'll just be real with you on this one. It sounds like you're not fond of how to qualify for the cup this year.
Yeah, I feel like even me and Zaf are kind of screwed in the region we gotta play in. We got some of the strongest players in the world in our region.
So
even last year was bad.
No, because who's got it? France has got a dense region, UK's got a dense region, Japan's got a dense region, East Coast got a dense region, West Coast has got a dense region. I'm trying to think. There's a lot more regions I'm thinking of that are pretty like condensed with strong players. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. But are you saying there should be more, let's see, leaderboard type formats? Or are you just want automatic qualifications completely abolished? Is that what you want?
I feel like people would actually need more of like a point system type form. Cause funny enough, even last year, I always bring this up. Ending Walker qualified through
World Warrior,
but he won every
ranking up to that
ranking
point.
event. Yeah, so he was on a hot streak. Now Shax could have beat Ending Walker because I watched that tournament. He just dropped like a loot house or something.
Yeah.
But even like right now, because even in Canada East, for example, I know Safe lost a couple of days ago, and he practically won, I think, like 4 out of 5 of them, but he lost the regional final, and he kind of just got screwed over because the system. And I'm like, if that were me, I would have been pissed.
Well, you would have let me and everybody else know. I'm sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't like the system. Like, you play really good for the entire season, then you just one tournament, here you go, or you had a bad day, or the perfect parry kind of got you today, and then all that hard work down the drain.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember this. We are limited times. I don't know. I'll try and like comprise this real quick because I think Brian F did a video on this very recently. Capcom actually answered their own question before 2020 happened. They actually did answer their own question. They were going to do a season split into 2 halves, and they were going to get a leaderboard for the first half of the year, and the top 8 players on that leaderboard, that ranking leaderboard, would qualify for the cup, and this leaderboard would reset, and then they go into the second half, and then get the other 8 players, and the World Warrior system was going to be introduced at that time. I'd have to find the video. It's a very old video, but I think a lot of people forgot about it. It resurfaced just recently. But it sounds like to me, iDom, you kind of want the leaderboard system to come back to kind of exemplify consistency for a lot of the players, because a lot of people have spoken about Mena RD situation because he got second, fourth, and second again, and you might not see him in the cup. Fudo's qualified for the CPT from Japan, and only one other guy's going to go from Japan, and like there's so many champions over there. So it just sounds like to me you want the leaderboard structure to come back. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the World Warrior system. I think you could do both.
Well, the World Warrior system, I hope it stays, but it still shows that leaderboard format. But if offline were to come back, you want the leaderboard structure to come back like it was like 2019 or something?
Yeah, the auto qualifiers, I'm not really a fan of.
Okay, what if
I win the tournament and then except for Evo, obviously.
Okay,
but,
yeah. So
for everything else, it's just like, eh.
So let's say Evo and LCQ. I think is that safe in saying?
That's
okay, fair. Zaferino, what about you? Do you think the leaderboard system should come back in terms of like to encourage more traveling, or do you like this format? Talk to me.
Yeah, I like World Warrior because you get to see representation from different regions and stuff like that, right? But I'm not a fan, and this is gonna be brutal. I'm not a fan of like regions having 8 people in it, like in a World Warrior, and then like that's like a joke to me.
Regions having 8 people? What do you mean?
Like I heard there was a tournament that had like 9 people in it.
Oh, okay. Oh. No, I see what you mean. You mean they can't make up a certain number so it doesn't look like a tournament at large?
Yeah, and that's just like one example, right? But it's really discouraging to see like a Mena, right? To see like all these strong players that might not make it because there's only 2 per region. Like look at Japan. Look at how many amazing players in Japan. Tokido might not even make it. Like that's crazy. Kakuru might not, who won $400,000 in Saudi
plus
Arabia,
incentives.
might not even make. Plus, that's. But that's. I really miss the offline format because for one, I think online we are missing the narrative. There's no story. There's no like build up. Right. There's no connection in these online tournaments, and we're kind of like desensitized to seeing the same players, the same top players playing 4 or 5 tournaments a week. We want to see them play against the internationals. Like I really miss when there was like one premiere event a month and people would fly out. It was just so dope. And then afterwards it was a cool flow of things. Like you have the tournament, the winner, whatever happens, it concludes. They come back. People watch the streams to see people's experiences, their perspectives. What are they working on going into the next event? It's like it was really dope, man. I think that's what we need next year, so that way there's like more continuity.
To me, it just sounds like To me, it sounds like we're just missing the offline part. It sounds like you two are satisfied with the online part to a degree, but it doesn't tell the whole story. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I feel like there's no, especially with all these online events, like you can play an online event when one day and then like you enter one on Tuesday and then Wednesday you just lose and then you just get screwed over and then it's just like, oh well, you're only as good as your last tournament. Before like if you won like Combo Breaker or something, you could still be like, yo, I won Combo Breaker, and then like you get to hold that until like the next Combo Breaker.
Yeah, basically. No, okay. There needs to be a little bit more substance to what we're doing right now, and a lot of things are happening thick and fast, and it's online. And no, I can understand that because it's just
absolutely.
I do like points though. I like the leaderboards. I like points, but I do still think there should be like auto qualifiers, like for Combo Breaker, UFA, like the big prestigious events, because it'll attract more international talent too, And that's a large part of why those tournaments are so fun. Is like when you watch it, whether in person or at home, you get to see so many different matchups, and you see the game from so many perspectives, and it's just so much more interesting for the spectators and the players,
Feels more personal.
I just want to add on that. I really like the thing that you said, that you see them perform. Maybe they get third or something at Combo Breaker, and then a few days later, everyone's back home. And then you go to Twitch, and then you can just see these players, and you can see, okay, what are they working on? It feels like a part of like a big storyline the whole year. That's what I got from what you were saying, and that's true, because that's a really kind of like a cool feeling that we're all in this. Okay, this is that season of the game, and we're all in this big storyline, and we can watch the different people and their experiences, and it creates, as you said, narratives, like a big storyline for everyone. And I think
it's hard to connect.
It's hard to connect. I understand what you mean.
I definitely get that. Obviously, I'm not a fan of conjuring up stories out of nothing. Obviously, something needs to be built and marinate over time for people to be really invested. So I can see that, but it definitely sounds like the general consensus is we're just missing a huge piece of the puzzle that we had before, but due to unfortunate circumstances, everything changed. I love that someone has said defend that, Jammers, like I was trying to defend something. I'm trying to understand everyone's point and give a different scenario here. I felt like the guys just pointing at his camera saying defend that, Jammers, and it's like,
yeah, do it.
Like I'm not with the players.
Jammers. Defend that.
I don't know. This guy.
No, but
this guy literally sounds like he picked up modern controls last night. Anyway,
I want to add just very quickly. I think in 2019, with all the ranking events, it was kind of like you couldn't travel. Maybe there should be like a middle ground between the only online and the 100 something offline events, because it's not possible to travel that much for most people, right? So I think it should be possible.
That's what they were going to do in. What's it? The 2020 before the situation happened. They were going to split the season into two halves. If you couldn't make it in the first half, you have a second chance in the second half, and then you got the World Warrior program, which is still here. So the World Warrior program actually has stayed. People do like it. It's just that
the World Warrior program is very good.
We just need a bigger incentive for people to travel and feel invested again, because again, like you said, you feel desensitized to online, and it's like, okay, this online bracket's over. Close the Twitch channel. Wait for the next one that's going to be in an hour or two, or just play tomorrow. And you don't see the players' expression. You don't really get to talk to them unless they're streaming their run. Not everyone's going to stream their run. There's a lot of variables to it. But I'm hoping, because again, we got to get this first inaugural season out of the way, because the fact that we're having a huge ass prize pool in the first place is a blessing that we all must not glance over. But we're running out of time, so I want to ask you guys one last question before we let you guys go, because we are on a timely schedule. So, iDom, are you outside of, how many chances have you got? You've got the East Coast qualifier and the World Warrior regional final. Is that right? Am I correct in saying that?
That's the last two. Yeah.
When is the regional final? Is it this Friday?
Yep.
The regional final is Friday. Yeah.
Okay. Can you remind me who's in there with you? Because I imagine you're there. Mena's there. Punk's there.
So it's Do, Punk, Mena, Banana Ken, Spaceboy, myself, Sammy, and Zach.
Damn, that's a crazy top 8. Right, now I gotta ask you, are you fond of the new regional final World Warrior format, where 4 people in winners, 4 people in losers?
Okay.
Okay.
No. I understand why they did it, but I'm still not a fan, because I think I was the 6th seed last year for Street Fighter V. I was the 6th seed coming in, and I was so confident because I only played in 3 of them. And I think one of them I played my G. So, I understand why they do it. It's definitely better to have people actually, take every event seriously. But I don't like the whole start and losers mindset.
Okay. Well, I hope all your command grabs land because you only got one chance to land them. So that's all I can say. I'm not even trolling.
I hope the perfect parries are perfect that day.
Well, I hope so too.
That's all I gotta hope for.
Zaferino, what about you? Are you fond of this regional final format? Do you think they should get rid of a regional final entirely?
I'm for it. I personally don't care if I'm in losers because I just needed to get in. I didn't care because if I was in winners or losers, I wasn't gonna lose either way, you know. So it's the same to me.
Damn, it's all about the mindset, indeed. I like that. Well, gentlemen,
has anyone? I feel like somebody had like a stat for this, but even in Street Fighter V, I think if you started top 8 in losers, like nobody's won for like.
I don't think anyone's won.
No one's ever won.
Well, I mean, you better find that stat. You better keep it. You better bookmark that because you might want to bring that back as an argument later.
There was definitely a huge stat on it. Like, no one ever like won for losers.
Well, I mean, listen, maybe someone will change.
Now
that
is the
next
time
couple
to
of
change
weeks.
it.
Well, we'll see. I believe in you.
Now's your chance.
Again, I still draw inspiration from thinking I could play Manon for 5 minutes before I switch to another character, whoever character that may be. But right, gentlemen, we are just about out of time here because I know there is actually something else going to be happening with Capcom Fighters very shortly. If we can get the fight cut up so that people know where to follow these guys, because again, they're two great gentlemen. They have two great Twitch and YouTube channels. iDom's turning into a content creator, believe it or not. It's crazy.
I don't know how this path got here, but I guess I'm on it.
I don't know. But yes, iDom, the floor is yours. Anyone you want to thank? Any character you want abolished? I'll put them on speed dial. We'll sort it out. I'm sure I can help you.
Just follow the Twitch and the YouTube and Capcom. Please change the entire system.
There it is, dude. There it is.
All right, change the system. Change the system. Doesn't make any sense.
He's saying that in a passionate regard, not as a negative Nancy, I'm sure.
There it is.
Zaferino, what about you? Where can the people follow you? And you got any last words?
Follow me at Zaferino1 on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. I love Street Fighter 6. Honestly, Capcom, you did an amazing job. Thank you. The only thing that is missing is the man himself. You gotta get Sagat in the game.
Oh wow!
You gotta get Sagat in the game. You guys, come on, man. Sagat in this game in my hands?
Yeah. Well, no. Listen, I think that can work. I like it. Your opinions are night and day. iDom's an assassin, not answering my questions. But go on.
It's the complete opposite spectrum. I'm telling you, it's the two opposite sides.
And that's exactly why we brought you two on the show. That's why I love you two. I can't wait to see you guys in an offline event once again. All right, gentlemen, we do have to cut this short. I could talk to you guys for hours, but we have to finish closing out the show. So when you're ready, you can leave the Discord call. I will drop you guys a message thanking you once again, and hopefully we can actually get you guys on again at some point in the future. Fingers crossed. We'll talk to the guys.
Absolutely. Right, later, everybody.
Yes, take care, everyone. All right.
Bye, guys.
So,
later.
That went a little bit over time because I could talk to those guys for hours, but I just remembered I got to look at the clock there. But yes, no, that's why we bring these guys on. I know people say, there's too much waffling and so on and so forth, but it's always funny when the set's over. You guys want to stick around and hear their opinions. It's very funny how that turns out. So it's good. But look, you know what?
Defend that, jammers.
Yeah, point.
Defend it.
Defend that. Anyway. Thank you very much to Veggie. Veggie suggested this, and I like it. Their opinions are night and day. But again, iDom comes from a place of passion, like the vast majority of players do, because they want to play this game for a very long time. And again, just a couple of changes. It might be to the system. It might be to individual characters. We don't know. Only time will tell, because the meta changes each and every day. So you kind of just got to roll with it until we hear it. We don't know what direction they want to go into with this game. So we just got to
it's a long run thing. It's like you don't have to be the best the first. Is it 5 months now? 6 months?
5 or 6 months. Come on, 6 months.
Yeah, soon 6 months. It's like there's a long road ahead. There's a time to adapt and to become the greatest there ever was. There's just like enjoy the game, keep playing. Things will click. Things will change probably at some point too. It always does.
We'll see.
I think it's
change.
Yeah.
No, they do. And to be fair, I do like the set. I think iDom had a little bit more in the tank to offer in terms of making the set a little bit closer, but I don't think Zaf could have played it any better, to be honest. That was clinical stuff.
Immaculate.
And I definitely want to watch that back because he showed me one or two things I didn't know about Dalston, so I'll dabble with him, take some more notes in that regard. But yes, that is the competitive side of it. We are actually trying to stay on the airways as much as possible, being consistent, because myself, the production team, and Veggie have been super busy. He's been busy in real life. This one down here, This one, he's been real busy in real life. The rest of us are actually busy in the space of esports. Speaking of which...
In the streets?
No, not there. Anyway, we got a couple things to show you. So there was a Jamie thing that got posted up. I don't know if we have it to show. Perfect. There you go. This is going to be Jamie's costume thing. Thing. Jamie's not a bad character. Jamie's a good character. And this is going to... I heard through the grapevine that he gets 5 drinks if you put this combo or this costume on.
This costume is sick.
I think he gets 5
so
drinks
good.
if you put this costume on. So keep an eye out
It's
for
too
this.
clean.
I hope. I
It's
think.
too good.
Did it say anywhere at all? I might need to confirm this. If you have the Ultimate Pass, you get these costumes for free. I don't know if you have that. Okay, I might double check that because I need to buy the Ultimate Pass myself. I bought the Deluxe Edition, to be fair. So I need to double check that. However, there may be a little surprise for you guys on the way. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but this is one of the costumes that will be coming very soon. I can't wait to see them all actually put into the game because the games outside of Aki and Rashid, it's been a little bit lackluster right now, but Capcom are very good at teasing things at the right time. Just when you think things have gotten stale, they're like, gotcha! And I got something new dropping in a moment here. But of course, I think there was something else we had to show as well. I'm not particularly sure. Perfect.
Few days left for the Final Fight Gala.
Olvaha, I think did you know something about these at all? I don't know if there's a time limit on these.
I think every one of us knows a little bit about Final Fight, but I hear that there's a few days left for this Final Fight fighting pass, which obviously involves some gear from your fan favorite characters like Hagar's pants, which are massive. You got Cody's handcuffs there, you got the muscle suit for Hagar, and you got some gear for Sodom, for example. You got a sick emote where your tummy is feeling kind of sick. So, can't wait. There's still time, guys.
Oh, okay. Speak of the devil, word just in. This happened 15 minutes ago. Apparently, there will be a Outfit 3 showcase trailer tomorrow and their release date. The Street Fighter official Twitter account just put it out. So if you're not following at Street Fighter on Twitter, on social media, go check that out. It looks like there's going to be an Outfit 3 showcase. So it looks like we're actually getting these a lot sooner than expected. And
Nice.
that means, to me, if those costumes are coming out, that must mean Ed must be nearby.
Yo.
That's just me. Ed must be nearby. The voice of reason said no comment. I don't know who the voice of reason is, but someone just said no comment. Anyway, there are SFL badges, limited time only in the Battle Hub. Like we said, all Street Fighter leagues are happening around the world. SFL Japan in the second stage. I think they're on the closing parts of the second stage. SFL US should be on episode 5 or episode 6 this coming week. And episode 2 of SFL Europe will be happening this coming Friday. So if you want to get these badges and join in and feel part of SFL, then please do so. I still think I want to try and push for these to be emotes on Twitch. I think they'd be great as part of emotes for each Street Fighter League. You just kind of spam your badges when these guys do amazing plays or get the victory. Let's just see. But yes, we had more things to show you guys in the first half, but we actually got them here ready for you guys. So it looks like they've done new stats on the game. Modern controls. The top 3 modern control users, Lily, Luke, and Marisa. Interesting. So it looks like, I remember at CPT France, shouts to GamerB, he watched me and F-Word pretend we could play Street Fighter 6, and he actually recommended Modern Lily to the both of us. It was crazy. He said, well, we all agreed Modern Lily was a thing. We saw Pugera use a bit of Lily, but Modern Lily is
I've heard things about Modern Cammy as well.
I know Giuna, shouts to Giuna, Anime Illuminati. He uses Modern Cammy, but it's interesting. Modern Luke is definitely legit. Modern Marisa definitely legit as well, but it looks like Modern Lily might be probably one of the best modern characters in the game with the stats like this. So, and of course the classic controls. Ryu will always trump everything else, to be honest with you, because he's just the most popular character by default. Maybe not at the high levels of play.
It should be like this.
Well, you say that until Luke decides to show up. But then, of course, classic Guile's there as well. A lot of people are huge fans of Guile. I saw you on Domesticate the Guile fans. And JP being up here makes a lot of sense because he's one of the coolest new characters in the fighting game I've seen in a very long time. I mean, his amusement park tool set might be a little bit contradictory to what we're talking about here, but I still think he's a very good character aesthetically and what he does. So it's really good to see that. It was good to see those stats there, and that was a breakdown of October. We'll try and bring those as much as we possibly can each and every month. Cool. And then we've got the character usage data again. Oh, Ken's at the top. No surprise there.
Ken is the top dog.
Yeah, Ken's at the top. No surprise. Ken's at the top between Iron and Gold. No surprise. And Jury's at the top of Rookie. I think I know why she's at the top of the rookie section. I'm not going to mention that on camera because we'll probably get in trouble. But yeah.
I think Jamie's also there because of that.
Maybe not. I don't know. But Ken being at the highest, being at the top of the highest levels of play makes sense. Ryu and Luke, yes. Marisa, Cammy, interesting. No, nothing stands out of place there. I think that top 5 in the Platinum to Master makes a lot of sense. So
Looks good to me.
Yeah, we're all good with that there. So shout-outs.
Where are all these Ryus, though? I don't see any of these Ryus.
No, because you probably
missed my
remember,
Ryu.
once you go to Master, you don't go back. They're probably stuck in Platinum and Diamond. And remember, there's a lot more people playing around than you think. Remember, the matchmaking needs a little bit of tweaking to expand the pools of players you go up against. I don't want to fight the same 2 people for an hour. But
Fighting windmills?
well, that's probably the best analogy for it, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, that is the character usage for October there. I don't know if we have anything more to show outside of the SFL announcement. Not announcement, but... Oh, yes!
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is super important. I'm not going to tell you...
Deserved.
I'm not going to tell you the truth because the Capcom community manager is going to be pretty angry at me if I tell him the truth. But yes, the Game Awards is fastly approaching. And the best fighting game, Street Fighter 6, is a nominee. So please go and cast your vote. This game has done so much as a product, and the fact that it sold over 2.5 million copies in a very short space of time,
Absolutely would be
it deserves an award in and of itself. And of course, best multiplayer as well, presented by Discord. It's funny that Discord is called that when the word means something completely different from what it stands for. But yes, Street Fighter 6, please get voting. Go to thegameawards.com. Remember as well, Resident Evil 4 is actually in contention for Game of the Year. That's another topic entirely. I don't want to take over the stream regarding remakes and Game of the Year awards. But
I mean, it's a good game, though.
Yes, and then of course, it's been nominated for a vast majority of things here. Innovation and accessibility as well. Classic controls, modern controls, dynamic controls. I believe they've done something in terms of the sound that works in the game as well. So,
yeah.
Street Fighter 6 has
done... The hearing aid.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 has done a lot of work to make sure it becomes a brilliant product for you guys to play. And it can only get better in the months and years to come, fingers crossed there. But yes, it is a nominee for the Game Awards there. Now, okay, apparently,
okay,
because we are short on time. We're not short on time, apparently. The production team want to show you an avatar fight, apparently.
Hey, this rich dragon guy, can you show the drive tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many drive tickets do you have,
Yeah.
Rich Dragon?
I don't
Level
know.
6.
We're just going to watch an avatar fight real quick.
Show us.
But I'm kind of tempted to see the drive tickets, but he's not going to show us the drive tickets. He's not going to show us the drive tickets.
He's teasing us.
Anyway, I see 2 level 100s here. What? Are these guys like Street Fighter? Like
That's a
trainers?
solid win streak.
It is, isn't it? Let me see how this works. Okay, so do we have to guess who they're using? One of them's using Cammy,
I mean,
the other
they
one's
got
using
Ken.
Ryu.
And on the...
Yeah, he has Ryu stance and we got Cammy stance.
Cammy
Obviously,
stance.
Luke's
Cammy
fireball
stance and
there.
Ryu.
Right.
Both these guys have a fair amount of life bars there, as I can notice.
Okay, that's Ken's target combo with Kimberly's run.
Hold up, this guy's cooking.
Yeah, that's Ken's target combo with Kimberly's run. You got Cammy stance with Honda's headbutt and Sandblast.
Yeah, sumo headbutt. I respect the classics.
Does the range on the buttons correlate to the size of the character?
I don't think so. Anyway, he's going to lose a lot of health.
Big drive impact. Obviously knows that.
The run slide.
Nice parry. Yo, look at the punish.
Look at the health.
With, oh my goodness. Is
What
this an
the
infinite?
hell?
Is this an infinite?
That was a
Hello?
combo. These
Dude,
avatar
Stun City.
battles
Resident U.
These avatar battles get a bit carried away. They get
Dude,
really
this
carried away.
guy knows... He knows his stuff.
I mean,
Yoga
he did like
teleport? Hello?
he did like 9 run cancels.
Yeah, that was crazy. I wonder... Oh,
I bet.
okay.
Yo,
Oh,
JP's
JP
projectile departure?
No
Dude, this
way,
guy
that's
is
so
cultured.
cool.
This guy is cultured.
Teleport in the air.
Look at that. I think
This
he's
guy
won.
is
Yeah, he's won.
incredibly
Oh,
cultured.
drop the super. Oh, nice punish.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found the ultimate fighter.
Yeah, we definitely did.
What,
Wow.
EX Sonic Boom with JP's
Sonic Boom,
departure,
I mean, yeah, you can see the repertoire there.
run cancels, DR.
This is the
let's go.
avatar.
The
This is
combo.
the avatar.
Dude,
The
what
run
is
combos.
That's crazy.
Oh, nice lariat.
I don't
Sick
know. It's
maximum
like
punish.
the person using
Sumo headbutt.
the person using Cammy as the idle stance is
Yeah.
kind of lackluster compared to what I'm seeing with the run cancels.
I guess he's a man of culture.
And that's not going to work.
Oh, Kimberly's level 3, he's jamming out. Not for long,
there, right?
though.
The level 3 buff.
What's up?
The level 3 buff is still there, right?
No, it doesn't
Even
look
on
like
whip?
it. No, it doesn't
No,
look
listen
like
to
it.
the song.
No,
the song is there.
Yeah, the song's
Yeah.
there, but you don't. Where's the icon? The icon's not there.
Those
Vicky.
low slides, they aren't working, my man.
Oh, not
Oh,
really
now it
counted.
worked.
Try to do the EX flash knuckle on the run.
That's like Fuerte's run stop fears, actually.
That's crazy. Nah, that guy's definitely been practicing run cancels with his avatar. That's been a bit. That was
was really
nuts,
cool.
Wow, that's nuts. Okay.
Hello,
no, that's,
Blanca. Nice to see you.
I like that.
That was pretty enlightening. That's why I stay in training mode, in fighting grounds.
Dude, that was sick.
Listen, I like that the Battle Hub's got its own actually independent lore. I wish maybe our production team should drop in a badge and say, hey, come and support SFL Europe. You might be a part of SFL
I'm
Europe.
coming. They deserve some drive tickets for that.
Hey, there you have it. All right, in that
You
time
have
we showed you
plenty
guys
to share.
in that time that we got to show you guys that Avatar battle. Thank you very much for watching that. Don't forget the Capcom Cup will be happening February 2024, and the Last Chance Qualifier will be happening from February 16th to the 18th, and the Capcom Cup itself will be happening from the 21st through to the 25th. I believe SFL will be happening in between that. I believe I can't quite remember because obviously there'll be the SFL Global Finals as well, but there'll be a lot of jam-packed action happening in a very over the course of 9-10 days. So mark down the date. If you can attend, that'd be great. If you can't, then make sure you tune in. I know it's going to be through a work week for some people, and people are going to be watching from various parts of the world
I'm
as
going to
well.
save the date.
But yes, if you can attend or even watching, again, even watching it, you'll be part of the Capcom Cup as well. But do save the dates there. But yeah, I hope the LCQ is going to be nuts like it was last year. It was great to watch the LCQ and commentate that with Ringe. Shouts to Ringe once again. But yes, it'll be happening from there. And of course, UFA will be happening this weekend. Europe's most populated Street Fighter 6 tournament there. 512 plus players have signed up. It'll be happening this weekend. Unfortunately, I will not be there, at least to commentate. I may try and make the trip down on the finals day, because UFA finals day is definitely a treat you want to experience live. But yes, I will not be there. I don't think, Veggie, you're not going to be there either.
No.
Okay. And Ovaha, you haven't got any plans for UFA either?
No, unfortunately, my weekend is already packed, but otherwise, sounds like a fantastic time. And definitely, if you are living in the area or in general in Europe, do visit the UFA. It's always a good treat.
UFA is great, and I would have been there, but we had the World Warrior the same weekend, so...
That's right. Yes, World Warrior Regional Finals will be happening as well. UFA will be happening in Paris, France. So if you are a local and you can make it down, I think sign-up's all done, so spectator stuff now. Make it down. If not, you can just tune into twitch.tv/reversalgg. I think there'll be other Twitch channels that will be there as well. It's a multi-fighting game tournament, but Street Fighter 6 is their most populated one, so definitely check that one out there. Now,
wow,
there are. This is I've got to tell you this, right? So I got shown this earlier today. There's 9 different hot sauces. Is it 9? Yeah, 9 different hot sauces that you can get to spice up your food. Give it that Street Fighter taste. Unfortunately, this is UK only.
Jammers.
Yes?
I don't understand why they didn't name the Dhalsim one Yoga Flame.
Yeah, they missed the trick.
I think that's a miss.
Listen, it's way above your pay grade. Anyway, so listen,
don't worry about
They
it.
missed the trick. That was not on us. Maybe they wanted to call it something else. Maybe they didn't want to. They copyrighted the name against themselves. I don't know. Some people do that to themselves. I'm not quite sure. But this is currently available only in the UK at a store that I don't even know if they have an actual base somewhere. HMV. I can't even remember the last time I saw a HMV actually open, to be honest with you. It might be on the website. Who knows? I hope you can buy this on Amazon. I'd buy it on Amazon, to be honest. But yes, there are 9 hot sauces. If you want someone to get you them and import you to a different country, then that's going to be a lot of postage and packaging, and I'm not flying over to some other country to give someone hot sauce and come back. They might stop.
You should.
No, I shouldn't. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, keep an eye out for this. If you do buy hot sauce in the UK, take a picture, put it on Instagram, tag people on Street Fighter.
Yeah, tag us actually. I would love to see that.
But yeah, they did miss a trick with Yoga Flame, I'm not going to lie, they did. Yes, perfect. Right, so in a couple of minutes, probably 5 minutes, maybe straight after us, the Battle Hub party has actually been happening over the past couple of days. Justin Wong, Kizzy K, Elijah, I think Seigan has a team. I could be wrong. This is on twitch.tv/Capcom USA. Shouts to Capcom USA for putting this together. They get a bunch of influencers and actually put them in the ring together, which is very interesting. I need to double check this myself, but they've been having a whale of a time over there. So make sure you go and support and check it out on twitch.tv/Capcom USA. Shouts to those guys there. And then I believe that must be it. So yes.
Wait.
Whoa!
Wait. Jammers.
Sorry.
Jammers.
Sleeping on the job. Yes or no, was it?
Before we go, you didn't ask if we had fun today.
Well, I was
Please
going to
ask
ask, but clearly you beat me to the punch, so you can answer your own question.
No, can you please ask it from me?
I was going to, but you didn't let me ask.
Come on.
Now you want me to ask you?
Yes.
Veggie, did you have fun today?
I had a lot of fun, Jammers. I wasn't even expecting that question. I'm so surprised, and I think it was a great question of you to ask me. I had a great time. Thank you so much.
Anyway, Olvaha, what about you?
Yeah.
Did you have fun today?
I had a really good time, Jammers. It's always good hanging with you guys, but the guests were great. I mean, and the sets were great, and like everything was just great. I'm all smiles. Thanks for asking, Jammers. How about you, Jammers? Did you have a good time today?
We will see you next week for some more sets. We're trying to get it set up. I'll be in the country for a change. We'll try and get some more episodes set up. But until then, make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow all the SFL around the world, and make sure you keep up with the CPT as well. We'll try and keep us up to date as much as possible. But yes, much appreciated to iDom and Zaferino for joining us. We'll see you next week. So until then, take care. Keep playing some Street Fighter. See you soon.